Hello. Tell me. Not sure that we're broadcasting live on Instagram. We're supposed to be, but if anyone has the ability to check Instagram, go check it out. Sending out some e-bites here. Hopefully people are not out enjoying the sun, as I also sort of hope they are. But if I'll just keep sending out a couple of e-bites. People are supposed to appear, and hopefully I don't forget anyone important. I can hear myself, which isn't great. I'll have to fix that. So I got Dave here. I guess I should turn off that mic. I got, I don't know if we'll try to send one to Les, although he is not so easy. No, doesn't work with his silly Galaxy, whatever he's got there. But a couple of them out. That might be enough to get us started. All right, let's check in. Clock. Hello, everybody. Welcome. TeamSpider, 20th anniversary of the YouTube channel. Yes, we started the channel back in 2006, 2026. Can't believe 20 years have passed, but here we are. A little grayer, a little wiser, maybe. Also getting dumber. Just using it as an excuse to catch up with some people. We have some events coming up. And, we're going to use this as a launch pad to sort of let people know about it and to connect some people. And we really are connected. A bunch of people with different bands. So we're going to play a show at the end of July. And we have people now coming from Texas, California, New Jersey, of course, the 5 boroughs. And we're going to meet in Brooklyn at the Lucky 13th Saloon. That's Saturday, July 25th. And a couple bands that we've invited to play with us. They're going to be swinging by. They've made their various appearances on TeamSpider television, whether it be YouTube days or public access days or even just random filming and watching videotapes in our house before we learned how to broadcast anything. TV party tonight style. That's a lot of different people there, and we'll be talking to a bunch of them. I have to figure out how to invite everyone. I've invited a couple people. Let me send a copy of this to our buddy Les. Les, for those who don't know, Les and I are sort of the initial mastermind of TeamSpider, you could say. My friend Scott Byman, who's going to be stopping by, was asking me today, when did TeamSpider really officially start? And then I gave a very convoluted answer because Les and I and friends were calling ourselves TeamSpider before we even thought it was a band name. We were just a gang, TeamSpider. We used to sneak into concerts. People started to see us and be like, oh, that's TeamSpider. They're getting in. Follow them. Because Les had this slogan, Team Spider, we're gonna lick the stage. And not only are we gonna get in, we're gonna be front row. So we used to go, these festival shows where you'd have to like cut through woods and climb fences to get them. And it evolved up to concerts, bum rushing gates, making passes, whatever it was. We didn't have a lot of money. But to atone for our sins, as Zach would like us to do, because strong Catholic, we would bring video camera, and whatever show we snuck into, we would make sure to videotape it and broadcast it like Robin Hood to the other poors who couldn't afford to see the Stones or couldn't afford to see these bands. To be honest, we were never going to pay to see. Never were going to have hundreds of dollars for the Stones. So, we would end up, I'll show you a little sample of what we would do. I see people are starting to pop in, but let me see. How do you, that, let's say you want to go to a concert. I don't recommend this, kids, but this is what we would do. Uh-oh, these images. Let's see if I can make them show up. Well, you want to go to a concert. You don't necessarily have hundreds of dollars. There are lots of different ways to do it, but it's just strange. I just saved all these files so I could show you some cool files. Go old school stuff, aka bootleg style, as we're talking about bootlegs. So let's say I just randomly pick the Rolling Stones. So you say, I don't have $200 a ticket, and they're playing Roseland, which is just so even people with money can't get tickets. You think, what can I do? Bear with me. Boy, the universe really doesn't want me to share this hack information on how to hack the way through life. One thing, we would put on a tool belt, or sometimes we were coming from work, we'd have a flashlight on our tool belt, and that would help. But even we had early versions of Photoshop. You're gonna be able to see that. We might use Photoshop there, come up with some sort of logo. And this would be the tool belt. Put on your tool belt, put your little logo, little laminate down there. And then next thing you know, you're stealthing into the Stones and seeing our favorites, Keith and Mick. That's me. There's Keith and Mick. Front row at the Stones. So we would do that. TeamSpider in. TeamSpider became a verb. And then we would see the show. I would film as much as I could. Back then, it was a little weird bringing up the camera, so you have to stealth a song or two, and then we'd put it on and heap praise our beloved rockers. And I like to guilty conscience, so we promoted them to a crowd, a little punk rock crowd that maybe wasn't so aware of how much they kicked ass. They were never ageist. That was a TeamSpider rule. Hence why Zach got in the band. All right, so I see Spike Polite, one of our frequent guests, has entered. Hi, Spike. I see you over there. I'm going to push you in. I'll add you to, they call this the stage. Hello, Spike Polite. How are you?
Greetings,
Earthlings. On Instagram. I have to put on the volume. If anybody's on Instagram.
Yeah, on Instagram, I'm known as Spike Polite. We do some DJ stuff. We work in the past. We're very appreciative of Chris Ryan for his efforts with Critical Mass to help bike messengers have a safe space to drive on. And yes, Chris Splash is the man.
Yes,
I mean,
well,
Ryan.
we're glad to have you on,
TeamSpider.
and we're glad to have you on. Then I'll make some videos with Spike. I'm going to see if I can roll a little bit of video like that when we're talking. This could be very optimistic since it's not so easy even for us to put pictures on. But let's see. I just uploaded a bunch of videos to my my laptop here. So let's see if we can see them. I think they're under downloads, right? If we can see them. I have so much stuff. All right, let's see if which one is Spike. Not that, not that, not that, not that, not that, not that, not that. We got Blackout Shoppers who are going to be swinging by later. We got an Albatross who are going to be swinging by later. And it's me, Jello Biafra, who we're going to wish well later. Well, it's never too early to wish Jello Biafra well. Oh, Christ. Where's the Spike video?
Let's see.
There we go. Sewage, high def. Open.
That's what he filmed.
All right, this is Sewage High Def. You want to tell us anything about Sewage High Def there, Spike, before we roll it?
Oh man, Sewage High Def is about a Bronze Age Rip Van Winkle character who's trying to keep up with the current world, rocking a lo-fi fidelity in a world with high 8 camera, cassette, sometimes a mini zoom effect camera trying to catch up. But Chris Ryan was the mastermind behind describing that totally. Yeah, you got all the credit. Chris Ryan. Describing the
Let's see if
situation.
it works. All right, add to stage.
Oh man, Doug Sackman. Missed that guy. Anyhow, if anybody can hear us out there in TeamSpider TV land, we appreciate you. Chris Ryan's been putting a lot of work on this channel for decades, keeping strong. And this is one of the works he did, corralling a mastermind genius, putting people together. They're already doing something. They don't mind to be in the video. This guy, Chris, is smart. Made this happen. Where do you see other stuff, Chris? I got to work on my hearing now. I wonder how we kind of lost our voice. I think we lost our voice.
Well, I appreciate the shout out for all the hard work. 'Cause Spike, you too are another hard worker in the scene who is, anybody will attest, is always out there and always playing shows, doing his radio DJing, writing songs. Actually, I was a co-writer on that song, Sewage High Def, bringing the video element into it. And that was a great song. And give a shout out to Lucky on guitar, World Inferno in there. He brought some excellent skills to the riff there. And yeah, it's pretty amazing. For some reason, I'm still hearing a little double. I don't know why, but we're flying. We're going forward as is. Let's see if I have some other media that I'd love to see. I just got a message from Mark Borg. He's going to.
That's the guy with the
He's from Oedipus Triple Rex, and he's going to be checking in about 45 minutes because they have a little bit of announcement.
Look at this. The first time it says using my TV.
Look at been fun going through the files here and finding some old flyers. You might remember some of these shows, Spike.
I have you outsourced to the main TV thing, but I could look here. Well, I have to take the glasses off. It's hard to see with glasses. Wow. Yeah, that was good stuff, man. If I was the Spike I am today back then, it's before I look up, see more. There's more posters up there that he was showing.
Let's keep bringing up some more old images. What do we got?
Trying to expand it.
Let's see. We got down desktop.
Here we go, my love. I think I did it. Did I do the right thing or what? Yes,
good.
I did the right thing. Yeah. All right, we did the right thing.
Really surprised these stills. I've spent all this time into changing these stills to PDFs. Apparently, they will only let you show PDFs on this format, and
PDFs.
So
the PDFs.
I had to use this for my thing when I filmed you and Jeff. And now I gotta put the glasses back on. Now that this is good. I like this.
This is good.
Chris is really good. He should do more director photography stuff. I'm sure he. Yeah.
Sorry for the dead air. I know from my Colors Radio days that you don't want dead air ever, but
there's no dead air. They all appreciate Chris Ryan for getting that critical mass protest. You see, if you notice the logo behind Chris Ryan, you will see that that's the man, frustrated, angry, holding his bike up above his head in protest. You know, we demand these lanes. People die out here. Mm-hmm. People like Spike Polite himself knocked out from a car into a bus to another car, you know. It was before the bike lanes existed. Mm-hmm. Without the critical mass and the TeamSpider TV network, I don't think the changes would have been made. The system wouldn't have taken them serious. Getting political activism for the community, saving lives, and now, now we have what is. I mean,
well, in the spirit of that, I think I had brought up.
How people are.
I'm going to open a video here. I don't know if this has some critical mass footage, but we'll give it a shot. I'm not sure what we're going to see here.
And I didn't get to witness some of that stuff.
Ran into on the streets of New York.
Bum, 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 bum. That's to shun. Capture or kill. A collection of killers. And we have captured or killed courage.
That was at Rivington Street, that studio. I missed that place. They had their own studio there. Yeah. Well, that's the neighbor of Carl and Elizabeth now, where Chris Ryan used to rent that studio. That's part of the video. One of the scenes that you see there where they're playing there.
A little bit of a video. It's a Bush video. You can tell how long it's been. We've now updated it to Trump. we're a couple presidents past Bush at this point, but
Yeah.
I don't know how much better we are off. But
No.
I wonder.
Chris,
Yeah.
can the people come out to the No King's Day protest next week? It's on Saturday next week. You know, maybe like in the same spirit of like protesting for your rights, you know, thinking about like how things are so bad. There's a lot of people, me and Luann here, my girl.
What's the protest? What's the date and where is it happening?
We were just making staples for the refusefascism.org. They had the little meetup over at the center on 13th Street and 7th Avenue, and everybody was stapling no kings, you know, no ICE.
Trump must go.
Trump must leave office kind of stuff. And it was end fascism, and, you know, it was all of that. And they're having a protest rally, kind of like the yippies used to do back in the day with the marijuana legalization stuff. And it's just a contemporary issue. And Luann here. You know,
Yeah. Saturday at 1 p.m. at 61st Street in Central Park West. I think it starts, and then they're marching in one direction. And yeah, so Refuse Fascism is going to have a big presence, but so will a lot of other groups who are frustrated and fed up.
Yeah. And just power to the people.
Exactly. Trump must go now.
Out. But
Well,
that's
that's an interesting point. I remember when those marijuana protests were happening. It was really. I think it seemed like it was never going to change. You know, if these guys, we saw these old hippies out there since the '60s, like Normal, and these groups that they've been trying to legalize. And at this point, it's, you know, you guys have had like 40 years. Why do you think it's ever going to happen? And never say never. Now there's like a bunch of legal shops, right?
Now people don't appreciate
the homeless. You know, the money supposedly. Not that I trust any of these nonprofits or anything, but I guess it's better than serving Jimmy at the country club. So
yeah, but what you're saying is so true, because years ago, people, you know, we were just listening to the organizers of Refuse Fascism, and they were just so emphatic about, you know, back in 2015, 2016, nobody believed us. Nobody believed that it was going to get to the way it is now.
You said we were alarmists.
Right. They're just thinking like, you know, you're crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. And here we are with ICE and oppression and murder and marginalization. And so something has to be done like now. We can't wait till the midterms. We can't wait till 2028. We have to do it now.
Yes. Chris's whole organization, they had so much stuff told to me. They were out there raising it.
Right. For something for the cause, something for the masses. Exactly.
People to stop the madness. Stop the madness.
Thank you.
But yeah, so could probably go to the Cobra Club on Thursday. I heard that some people would be over there this week at the Cobra Club.
It's interesting. Pardon me if I have big long gaps before I hear you, because I'm trying to figure out all these windows. Somehow I'm hearing it from multiple places at multiple times. It's a little trippy. I'm in like a circle of sound, like a helicopter effect. But slowly trying to figure out what windows are broadcasting. But the good news is I clicked over to Instagram to see if we're really going out to Instagram, and there we are. I can see how much the delay is when I crack my knuckles. How long till that? And so I just cracked my knuckles. I'll tell you when that arrived at Instagram. So somehow I got to turn down the volume on Instagram.
That sounds like a cool 80s thing, pump up the volume, but you got to turn down the volume, turn down the volume. Oh, no.
Yeah, I just cracked my knuckles on Instagram. So however long a delay, that's how long of a delay.
Until you hear.
That's how long of a delay it is for me to get
latency
to Instagram.
Yeah. Can I pump our show that's coming up on Saturday? Thursday. We have a show at the Cobra Club.
I I'm mentally trying to turn off one of the voices in my head, but I can't do that for 3 hours. But so how can I turn down the volume now? Yeah, there's a definite latency, and so it's good. Please do.
Thursday, March 26th. Thursday,
Yeah,
March
plug away.
26th.
What's the info on your show there, Spike? Give us some scoop.
Cobra
Where can
Club,
we get the punk rock?
White Clough Avenue. It'll be the Thirsty Pirates along with Spike Plight and Sewage at the Cobra Club, 6 White Clough Avenue in Brooklyn. Thursday. It's an early show. It starts at 8, yeah. Visit spikesewage.com and watch the Stop the Violence, Defund the ICE police brutality video. Hello, Chris. I love this network. Anybody got your ears on? That's cool. Did we lose everything from by putting it in there? Chris.
He's not saying anything.
What was that? I hear you a bit.
Chris, it's Spike
Yeah.
calling from
I
the planet Neptune.
I see you.
have a show at the Cobra Club Brooklyn on Thursday.
Is this Apollo 666? Where are you, boys? You have a paper
We're
clip?
out of retro rockets and leaking fuel.
Everything you need to make that gig happen is in your Casio watch. Start taking it apart. All right, I hear you. Cobra Club Thursday.
It's Spike Platted Sewage and Thirsty Pirates. I think that's the microphone now because that's what we're using to do it with. But he still sees me from here. It's just the sound is coming.
Some way. Turn down. Control your music. Yeah, here we go. Instagram, maybe. I can turn down the. Maybe I can turn off the audio.
Hey, my love. If I look at the computer, when you look at the TV, does it look like I'm looking at you straight on the TV?
I think it looked like I look a little down.
Oh, really?
Oh wait, no, don't turn your head. I can't see where your glasses.
Okay, I think I did something. I'll ask my. Oh wait, I'm hearing it twice again. Damn, I was hoping that would have done it.
Chris is really experimenting with
Instagram.
this. Is your mirror
Right.
sick of your vanity?
Right.
That's a song.
You're not what you pretend to be. Loser.
I might. I don't know. I might. Oh wait, what is this? According to this, I have the audio off. All right. I'm good. I will. Those fingers crossed. Now I can hear myself again on a delay. Let me go back. No.
Might be that's the reason. Like when I did mine, but I did years of it, and it was not.
This is a pain in the butt. I don't know why. No, I don't want that.
Sad or frustrated.
He's a good experienced pro.
Have
He's
the
a bad-
camera.
they call him an old
You have the
hand.
MacBook Pro microphone.
But this is an old thing.
He has like a background set up with the bikes.
Yeah.
I was hoping I was going to see
Chroma key.
I was hoping I was going to see his
Echo cancellation is on. Why is it not working? We have such an epic.
He's got the
Epic.
good
See, we
phone.
don't hear the echo on our end. Tell him. Maybe the viewers don't.
We don't hear an echo on our end, Chris. We
That's
appreciate
good.
the
That's good.
chroma key with the critical mass TeamSpider logo behind you, superimposed, so we can't see the location. You could be anywhere.
That's great.
Anonymous.
I'm mentioning you twice because I heard you twice. It's great that you don't hear the echo.
No.
All right. Well, in the meantime, I'll ask you, Spike, do you have any shows coming up at Tompkins Square? Since we're talking here about the some of the historic Tompkins Square shows, what do you have coming up?
What we had was, so far, Parks Department issued a license for June 29th at Washington Square Park in the little 9th. Yeah. June 29th. It's a Monday. It's the same day as the broadcast on whatever68radio.net, a non-for-profit underground radio station run out of San Diego, and they play, underserved artists in the community. They play people that are not on top 40 who play punk rock, and then I have a thing I do one day a week with them where I play punk rock and beyond, and I'll play something. So the people will be broadcast onto the radio station when they play on that day, June 29th at Washington Square Park.
Monday. Mm-hmm.
It's a Monday, because that's the day that I have the radio station, that I am the DJ on it.
2 to 6 p.m.
This one will be 2 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's still, there'll be some college kids. The NYU stuff is right there. They're all there.
Fascism.
Probably have Refuse Fascism, have a table.
Well, that's great. So you have a park coming up, a show in Washington Square Park. It was funny. We have friends, the band Dr. Sleep, coming to town at the end of July, and if they were interested in playing a park show, what do you think about throwing a park show at the end of July? I could bring you bands from Texas. Could bring.
Wow, that sounds nice.
I don't know how hard it is. I haven't gotten a permit for a park show for a long time. So,
well, it used to be, Chris, that they were very cooperative and it was just a regular function. But then after the Chris Flash did the thing with there, then they started making things different and giving people different days of the week than they signed up for or paid for. Yeah. In an effort to protest whatever New York hardcore show they did. What was that? April
of 2021.
Of 2021, that hardcore show. Yeah, they kind of.
They were afraid it was a super spreader or whatever.
Super spreader, some shit. But
after COVID. Yeah. So sometimes they're less accommodating or different.
Sometimes they're less accommodating. I believe
Black
it
and
was.
Blue Fest?
Yeah. I believe they're a little less accommodating, but luckily for me, when they try to screw me over, they don't realize that the day that I do the radio show is actually on a Monday.
So right, you want it.
So it's okay.
That's not a bad
I'll just
day.
be broadcasting live out where all the college kids are at NYU in Washington Square Park. You know, yeah. I'll have some people helping me because, I know Chris Ryan is a man of many hats, and Spike here too can have too many hats. Yeah, too many hats. So the deal is that I'm gonna maybe while I may DJ, maybe I'll just make sure that the broadcast link is there, and I'll chime in once in a while. Maybe I'll get Pat Herbert from Otto's Shrunken Head to DJ Pitter Pat, or he calls himself now. Him and his girl who sings for Karen Black, backup vocals and stuff, and they do the stage show. They have a Thursday. They still do it Otto's, and maybe they'll come over and DJ, and I'll just run the broadcast and the board or whatever. I'll have one less hat.
Probably about 4 to 6 bands.
Yeah, 4 to 6 bands. Yeah. But yeah, that's good. Pitter Pat's a good guy. He's our friend. Trust him. I have him here sometimes, And then he had me over at Otto's Shrunken Head DJing on days he can't DJ. You know, we're friends. He's in the Afro punk festivals. Yeah. I myself, we always used to do trauma festivals and stuff like that, and then yeah, we got on stuff like Gotham and that kind of cartoonish underworld New York City stuff. Hey, our roommate's band's name is called Scum City.
Yeah.
Madonna used to be our neighbor.
We have a tour coming up with them.
We're doing a tour with them October.
Yeah.
It'll be September 30th to October 4th. We'll be going from
Amazing.
Chicago into like the cheese doodle. I call them the Green Bay Packers territory, like the cheese heads, cheese doodles. We're going over there. And then we'll
Or the
come
bike
home.
heads. Or the bike heads. I'm ready to crash. I can go over the handlebars into my camera here.
Oh.
Well, yeah, that's exciting. I love this that you guys are touring this fall. You deserve it. Spike puts a lot of work into this band, and he has some vinyl out with Michelle Shocked. And I mean, I went to that record release party. I got the record, and I got them all to sign it. I nerded out on Sewage, even though I probably wrote something on the record. I got it signed by the band. I should sign it.
Chris,
I also found, yeah.
Tell me, what'd you find?
I found an old song of yours that I had made a video for, Rock and Roll Revolution. Do you remember that?
That's cool. Chris is in the video too. Chris is in the video.
Yeah.
He should be, and that's the Brooklyn Bazaar, which used to be Club Europa.
Oh yeah, Europa. I forgot about that place.
We opened for what was that band called on the bill?
The Business.
The Business. We opened for the Business.
Yeah, I remember that. Oi, 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 English dude.
I had a green shirt on too because it was like Lucky Charms in springtime of the year anyway. And we met the guy from Green Day, the bass player Dirk, who was outside of our studio when we left to go play our show. And they were there trying to rehearse at our studio. And Chris realized, because while Spike is unaware because I'm too caught up with, like, we got the too many hats, or you say too many helmets syndromes. Sometimes you can miss something, and not know you're around somebody. And there, Chris started pulling out his camera because he recognized the guy was somebody. And
I recognized Mike Dirt. Yeah, he's a good bass player and a good backup singer. I always Green Day isn't exactly big in our sort of skanky scene, but you got to recognize talent when you see it. And I always thought that guy's like a secret weapon because they're a three-piece. And a three-piece, you better be fairly hot on bass, and you got to be able to sing too to back up your guy. So yeah, I just saw him on YouTube. Somebody did one of those studio things, like I don't know, just like a guy went through a bunch of songs with him and he told him some insight and stuff. And it confirmed my belief that he's actually a pretty talented little bass player. There's some little things that he throws in there that you can miss, but and the fact he just comes in right on key with those background vocals. So yeah, I remember that. Star-studded day with Green Day and The Business and Sewage. Yeah, we've had some fun.
That was his day. That when he left his door, that's what went the day.
Yeah, he's a.
You never know in the New York day, right?
And we made him a bit more legit. We give him some legitness. It rubs off on him. I wonder. I'm going to see if I can find that thing. It was here it is. All right, let me bring that up. This is Sewage, Rock and Roll Revolution, and check it.
Oh my God.
That's me.
Tony and Chris. Adam and that's their studio. Oh, when I got out. Oh no, that's the upgrade. That's the upgrade.
Yeah. Is that a find or what?
Wow. And there's my
going-
prison release clothes too.
Oh.
Yeah, it ends with you get. I mean, I guess the early stuff was pre-vacation.
But it looks like it's in a wine glass. So then, and then it goes to my parole, and then the Susie would say, "And Spike is drinking," and then they're like, "Well, what is that? That is wine, but
yeah, you recognize those prison blues or khakis.
Yeah,
that was what they. I remember that you left in that shirt, and I had to hook you up with some shirts. You left my house looking grunge. I think I gave you my flannels, my wool socks.
Yeah, you made me look like I listened to grunge instead of punk rock.
And I thought maybe you'll adapt it. I was like, maybe you'll do. Yeah, maybe you'll go. And I hooked you up with like a Strat or something with from Richie's Guitars, and then within a week or something, the Strat was replaced by some like Flying V. Your flannels were replaced with studs. I
love the plasmatics. I love the plasmatics. Richie Stotts used to be my neighbor, and he always had the Flying V. He was the bouncing bunny rabbit of punk rock at CBGB's in the 77s. And but this was cool. This little guitar here. That's your guitar.
That's my Jaguar. That's like a 66 Jaguar, which is I guess my retirement plan because it's like I don't have it. It's the only thing I have that's worth money is these old guitars. And I tell you, we beat those up. When I got that guitar, I got it off. That thing's been like stepped on, falling apart, and it's C-squat. Everything dripped all over it. I found it under people sleeping. And it's a 66 Jag, which I'm sure the guitar aficionados out there are like, you what? You left that in the basement of a squat? Because when I got it off like some hippie guy who was in a garage rock band, and I don't know if this guy even played out or something. This guitar, I opened the case and it was like, oh, all the silver, everything was completely shiny. And I bought it with like, I saved up money of like plus $1 and went and bought it from this guy. I was so broke. I ran out of gas picking it up. So I got stuck on that. Then some dude picked me up. I'm standing on the side of the road at like some nowhereville, Long Island. And some dude, a redneck, which I wasn't aware there were even rednecks in Long Island. This guy picks me up and I'm just thinking, I hope he doesn't rob me. And instead he took me to a bunch of gas stations, and he was yelling at the gas station guys, and saying racist stuff to them like Haji or whatever, like. And this is like real early on, like before there was even a stereotype of what gas station guys might be.
Naturally.
But this guy was infuriated by their thing because they wouldn't sell me gas. They wouldn't sell me a can. He was going to pay for it all. I didn't have $1 with me. And anyhow, I was like, I'm like stuck with a psychopath here because he'd get frustrated. I guess just get in the car. We're not giving this guy any business. Anyhow, so I'm talking to him. I'm like, what do you do for a living? He goes, I drive a tanker truck. I deliver to the gas stations. So this guy, I guess all the pent-up energy he had from frustration of delivering gas to gas stations all during 9 to 5 during the week, it all came out on his weekend in his civvy clothes, and he's just cursing guys out. And I'm
Wait
like,
a minute. Are you saying that the clothes you gave me to wear were those the angry truck drivers?
No. The only thing I got from him was a gas can, a little bit of gas, and a good story. But the guy, he hooked me up. That's some like old school like Americana though, like right hitchhiking. A guy takes you around and brings you back to your car. Now I just be like, I'm just gonna get robbed, and the person's gonna be like, of course I robbed you. Like you deserve it. And I would be like, yeah, I guess I do deserve it. It was like, anyhow, this guy was guess racist. I don't know. I hate throwing around racist too much, but he definitely was anti-gas station attendant, and they did seem to follow a consistent racial pattern. But whatever he was, he hated gas station attendants, and he let him have it. And I had to just sit there like hugging my guitar, like sort of like, just let me get out of this alive with my Jag. So anyhow, that's the Jaguar, and you got to play some tunes on that.
To go get it, and you endured that.
It was, now it's really like, I remember I loaned it to Brad from Leftover Crack at some show that was 1,000 degrees, and his arms sweat. Just when I got it back from him, there was like a arm, he stained through the finish with, there's like an arm print of Brad. And I was like, I never had that problem. I sweat, but I guess I don't sweat there. I guess, you know, tennis players wear those bands. I think he needed some bands because the sweat was going down his hands, and whatever. They're meant to be played. I don't believe in babying guitars. But yeah, someday I'll have to sell that guitar. Yeah, I want to hear that song again because I only sampled a little. You want to hear a little bit more of that?
You know, we got a new version of it here. I don't know how
that's on the record with, that's on the record, right? With Michelle Shock. Is that the recent one?
No, this is a live one that we did recently. We did a show at the Lucky 13 Saloon, and then we had done another show at the Monarch, Brooklyn Monarch. And you could see that's the Monarch. And then we did. I'll do it again. I'll make sure it comes.
Let me see if I can. I'll see if I can get a close up of your thinger. It's not the easiest thing. Who knows? Who knows what these cameras like to see? I'm just scrubbing through a bunch of nothing pleases me compositions. It's like being back on public access. Anyhow, so that's nice. Spike sewage.
Yeah,
Spike light and sewage.
Overflow and the Gowanus. And with this, you get 11 tracks done live, and then we had to remix it later on and stuff. And basically, you could see that.
From like a June or something.
It was from October 5th. It was a Halloween season, so we have that through the sewer lid music. And
one thing I love playing with Sewage and playing with Spike in general is Halloween season. You know, we're going to be playing some Misfit covers somewhere. We had like, I can remember playing Halloween on Tompkins, and then a lot of shows. And so the point of, we knew so many Misfit songs at one point that TeamSpider called themselves Team Misfits. Here, spit that right in my mouth.
Oh no!
Hawking it up.
That's terrible.
See if we can go 3D. See if spit towards me. Oh my God. You gotta taste this record. Anyhow, we had so many songs, we called ourselves Teams Misfits, and we did some shows, and of course they were mind-blowing because we had our friend drummer Jeff on drums, and he's just such a wicked drummer. It would be like well, what eventually happened, the Misfits eventually got Dave Lombardo from Slayer to play with them, right? Nice. Like, you know, Misfits, which famously had drums that were just like boop bop, boop bop, boop bop, boop bop, and suddenly, so maybe they got inspired by us because they're like, we got to up our drummer game, and they Dave Lombardo, that's what we sounded like, because Jeff is this amazing drummer, put new life in those Misfits songs, and we were so inspired, we went into the studio and recorded like 13 of them. So somewhere out there's like a lost TeamSpider record, 13 songs from hell. And it's us ripping through these Misfit songs fucking really hard. But I'll have to dig that up at the archives. I'm digging up all this stuff out here. Anyhow, let me hear the rock and roll revolution again, because I only sampled out a minute. I didn't really foresee us having so much stuff to play, but here we go. Let's see it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it from the beginning. The minute I sampled.
Living on the same box place, jumbo rappers in your face, money on until we're drunken days, slugs, drugs, same box place, pop rock, disco stuff, radio music in our rap, in unity. Angry punks are rioting. Strikes and boots up down our streets. Riots, fires, burning. Rock and roll, we both are waiting. Radio music is aggravating. Make something new with a punch. Really raw, really punk. Put on the punk, put on the punk, put on the punk.
Yeah, this is actually an interesting slideshow. So let's see what we got. That's you in our basement on Avenue A, which we were sort of squatted. Do you remember that? I can recognize the brick wall, the stone wall in the back.
I believe you guys lived in the servants' quarters building that was supposed to attend to the people that lived in that.
The big buildings. Yeah, we had a little building in the middle of the block on Avenue A, and I think they call it the carriage house. I think the first floor was for horses, and we were below that now in our basement. I turned into a studio with Les, and I can recognize that stone wall because all that, the white was turning to dust, the mortar between the stones. Yeah. So whenever I had a lady friend or something, they would wake up and be like, why do I feel all sandy? Like they'd been to the beach, and it would be, oh, my wall's disintegrating on you.
Hey, Chris, when did you finally lose that place? How long did you hold that place for until you moved? And I missed that aspect. I want to know that point in time.
We had it. Well, we had it for the majority of the 90s, and then I guess we lost it with the millennium, and that sort of a bum deal in that
9/11.
I moved over to Avenue C, and I wanted to hold on to that place because even though we were squatting the basement, I had legal whatever rent stabilized or control stabilized apartment above it.
It was cool.
And I it was cheap. It was cheap. People be like, what? It was like a 2-bedroom apartment. It was $880.
Like a half-baked movie type situation. Really, you had like a guy sleeping on the couch. You had all these other people. Yeah, and then you held and Dave Chappelle made a movie called Half Baked, and I'm like, that's like Chris's apartment or something.
Yeah, we had at least 6 people living there at any given time. It was because there were 3. There were 3 bedrooms because the basement I turned into a bedroom for me. And so there was 3 bedrooms, and everyone had like a girlfriend or someone. So it's just two people per room. There's always 6, and that would just be 6 would be the monthly people. Then there'd be people on the couch for the weekend or the floor for the last night or in the bathroom because everyone came from Tompkins Square Park to use the toilet because we were on Tompkins Square Park. Right, remember it was Avenue A between 9th and 10th. You walked out our front door, you're on the park, and but yeah, it was $880. And then they kicked us when they figured out how to get us out. They jacked the rent up to $8,800. They just said, "Let's multiply by 10." That sounds good, right?
8,000. Now, what was the date? 8,100. What year was when did they do that?
Yeah, that was like 2000. Yeah, it was like the year 2000, 2001. So now it's like probably 13, 14. Yeah, it's up to like 13,000 last I heard.
Oh my god.
Because we went and yeah. So anyhow, but I tried to hold on to it. I should have, but I had a girlfriend. And I let her stay there, and then
that was Allie.
No.
Pre-Allie.
Long gone girlfriend who saw fit to like my brother had the other bedroom. My brother went off on the road to do something, travel in the summer. So she's like, oh, I'll have my friend move in. And my brother was taking his time coming back to the apartment. And then she wanted to move out, my ex-girlfriend. So they basically they gave it to the girl who was just sort of living there a couple months. So I was like, oh, this is like an inheritance. Like this is like, like my family, like
inheritance.
And they're of course they're all like, oh, I don't understand. He's not even here. It's like he's coming back. He's on vacation. He works in the city. He needs apartment. And anyhow, they weren't hearing it as people do not. And of course that girl just stayed for a year or two and left, and that's when they jacked everything up and renovated it. But they finished what I was doing because I, renovated that basement and made it. But the only way you get in the basement was to go out into the hall. So if I had to go take a shower, I had to leave the practice space bedroom in a towel and like see my neighbors and then go into a legal apartment. They walled it all in so that you could telephone or fireman pole it down, and they made it a legal version of what I did for a decade for nothing. So anyhow, yeah, that was that. And what else we got here? Let's see. Yeah, there's me. I see me on the far left, and Joey, our bass player at the time.
Pyramid Club, right? Pyramid Club.
Yeah. And that was Joey's brother replaced Gigi Allen in the Murder Junkies as a singer. Yeah. I remember he got thrown out for being too unreliable. Imagine being like more crazed than Gigi Allen. Those guys were sort of serious, even though they might be wiping poo on themselves, but they really did not put up with messing with things. That was our practice space on Stanton Street. Yeah, there, the sound, the foam.
Fred,
remember when we left that place? They kept the deposit. Even though we were there for like 20 years, they kept the deposit. It's like, oh, there's some damage. It's like, what are you talking about, damage? We moved in this place damaged. Anyhow, there's your ID. There's a flyer for sewage opening playing with Gigi Allen. Of course, with the human sewage back then. Remember, people would ask, "Why aren't you human sewage anymore?" You'd say, "Because we're not human anymore."
Yeah.
And oh wait, we're gonna add Les to the stage.
Yo, dude, what's up? I'm sorry. I had my alarm set for 6, and I woke up and Elliot Passantino called me out of the blue.
No way. I considered inviting him to this call.
No, he said he can't. He's doing a read. He wrote some script or something he's doing, and he's super busy. He was just calling to say hello and stuff and see if I wanted to read or whatever. And I was like, not this week, but next week maybe, if that's still good. But I just woke up. I'm still waking up. Basically, I couldn't go to sleep. I had a neck. I took it off to talk to Elliot. I have a pinched nerve. Who's all on anyway?
You, me, and Spike Polite. Spike, you see Spike sewage?
Spike, what are you doing? How are you, man?
Oh man, we were just talking about Chris's pad and the loss of gentrification that he had to move. But Chris is in a better place with his thing. We were talking about upcoming shows and stuff and talking about, protests.
We're reminiscing about Avenue A. That was Les's place too. Avenue A. We were telling the stories. You and I renovated that place. So
oh my God, that was crazy. How much was it? I remember you went there and like filmed the people that live there, and it was like quadruple the price or whatever. And I was like, but they fixed it up nice.
That was 10 times.
10 times. Yeah, that's right. It was 10 times. So that's insane. Wow. And that was only a couple years ago.
Now it's like 15 times. Your microphone just suddenly got fuzzy. Did you change something or your finger?
Me? Oh, I did put my hand in the wrong spot. Is that better?
No, now you sound like you're Alexander Graham Bell.
Really? Oh, no.
At the beginning it was all right. Now it sounds like you're farting like a frog.
I had it down like this. Is that better? Rack. I walked in the bathroom.
I hear you fine.
Like a robot.
I don't know what Chris is hearing. He's got a different transmission.
Right? Spike's an audio engineer. What's he sound like?
I'm just on my phone. It's my older phone still. I just got my Samsung phone back. I got a new phone. I had to send it in. I haven't had it the whole year. That's a long story, though, and completely off the topic. But I'm still on my old phone. That's probably a problem. I don't know. There's nothing else I could do.
No,
I don't
it was
think.
fine at the beginning. Where were you at the beginning?
It's still crappy.
Yeah.
Hey, play him some music. Chris, play him some
Check.
Now I'm losing Spike. Can you hear it, Spike? Spike, what's up?
I think you should play him the song you were playing before so he can hear and test the level of his device.
Oh, wait a sec. Oh, you know, that might have been my headphones. My headphones.
You
I just
guys
wiggled my
sound fine.
headphones. Oh, never
What?
mind.
It's your headphones. A-hole. Are we allowed to curse?
I probably had these headphones since the
Blessings
70s.
Spikes on them.
Sorry. It's me.
So,
Spike, what are you doing now anyway?
I got a thing coming up Thursday at the Cobra Club. They stopped doing all the punk rock and went to comedy, but now they're having a punk rock thing on a Thursday next week.
Oh.
We're there like 8 p.m. sharp, exactly. Us and the Thirsty Pirates, and we're the pre-gentrified kind of music, punk rock and melodic, and it's a good thing. We got this new CD. The CD was called Overflowing the Gowanus, and it has 11 tracks you can get. It's good to own a piece of an artist instead of just streaming stuff. The system, the man, hold a piece of the artist like an art form. Music is an art form. Artist.
That's right. That's great. It's at this Thursday?
Yeah, that's coming up. And that's 6 Wyckoff Avenue. And,
If I could go, I'll get in touch with Chris and see. I'm pinched this week pretty bad. I'm selling my food truck and I have to get it out of my buddy's yard by Wednesday. So I might still be doing it on Thursday. We'll see. But hold on. I'm gonna lay down, dude. Oh my God. Oh, I've had this pinched nerve in my neck and I barely slept last night. It's so hard to get to sleep. So I'm gonna lay down. Can you hear me good now? By the way?
Good to find the whole time,
Yeah, I have a bad connection. It's funny. I can't even blame my Ludditeness because I have an old school 1/8-inch plug on my laptop. I'm so psyched to have the MacBooks have brought back the ports and stuff. And so I can't even say, I'm having a Bluetooth connectivity problem. It's just me. It's just me.
Wow.
Hey, while we're here, wonder, let me, we'll roll a video. I got a little rat behind me. What's up, kiddo? Oh, I'm getting a note. I'm getting handed a note. It says,
the supervisor is demanding amendment to the
Mom and Virginia are bringing dumplings and noodles. They should be home soon. Thank you, stage manager.
Go down and open the door.
Food is good.
Chris has to go.
All right, so wait, no, I don't have to go. Oh, here I'll add. Here's a video for us to check out.
Stop loving cops.
I thought we'd be a lot further along than we are. I thought we'd have a lot cleaner environment. I thought we'd be a lot more liberal with our drug laws, and naively hoped that there would continue to be a difference between the Democratic and Republican Party. And, there were all these things. It was sort of a new dawn, late 60s, early 70s, and then the corporate right clamped down, and now look where we are.
Yep. Oh,
That's awesome.
That was a look back.
That's one of my all-time favorite. I love that song so much.
500 Channels by Choking Victim.
Yeah, totally. That's a good song.
Frequent guest on TeamSpider Television. And as was Jello, that's like 22 years ago, we did that interview, and he's already talking about the Democrats and the Republicans being basically the same party. Actually, they sort of have branched out. Maybe you guys wish. And the drug laws are more liberal. So maybe in the 20 years since that interview we did with Jello.
Yeah. Oh, that was 20 years ago. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, back then was crazy.
That was Zach interviewing Jello and me and Zach 20 years ago. And I believe that meeting is one of the reasons Leftover Crack ended up on Alternative Tentacles. Because I was wearing a Leftover Crack shirt, and we talked about them a little, and about how the font was similar for Dead Kennedys, and I think I gave them a Leftover Crack CD. And next thing you know, they're on the label. And I told,
Oh, okay, no way, that's crazy, dude.
I don't like to take too much credit for things because a lot of things happen and from different directions. Maybe I told that story to Sturgeon. He was like, "Yeah, you never know. That might have been it. That might have been it. That was about the time." So anyhow, I like hooking them up. But yeah, we used to love Choking Victim. We used to see Choking Victim in the '90s. Remember?
Yeah.
Footage of us seeing them at Dos Blacos Squat in like '97. I've done VHS. We shot that. But
is C Squat still going?
Yeah, still kicking. And
I thought you were in C Squat, Les. Where are you?
I'm in Pennsylvania. I live in Pennsylvania. I'm in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's cool. Are you near Oil City?
Oil City? No. Definitely not near Oil City. Wilkes-Barre, like Philly is like an hour and a half away, and New York City's like 2 hours away. I'm like kind of in the middle there.
Wow, I haven't seen you in a long time. It's cool to talk.
It's been forever, man. That's great. It's real good to see you, and I can see you.
Yeah, since the little video he shot at your studio before you guys had to give up your studio, Fred, who moved it to the permanent rehearsal at Stanton Street instead of Rivington where it was. Yeah. Wow. So what are you doing over there, man?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Are you doing for an income, and what are you doing for music over there?
I play in an 80s cover band. That's basically what I do. We just played, you know the Sands Casino, what is it, Wind Creek in Bethlehem? I don't know if you ever went there. We play casinos. We're like a casino band for the most part. That's what I did. I played over the weekend at 2 casinos.
Bethlehem is near Lehigh University.
Yeah, we through the Rutgers University, we know some people that run a little radio show over in that way, and it's a.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
But they weren't really happening for punk rock though. They went, but cool. Wilkes-Barre has, yeah. What are you listening to? What's the radio station you listen to over there for your music?
Oh, well, there's a bunch of radio stations here, like Rock 107, KRZ. All those things are still going strong. I'm sure everybody that works has that on during their workday or whatever. And most of the old hosts are still hosts for all those radio stations. So that's like held pretty solid over decades, which is kind of funny. Kind of like a lot of the news anchors are all the same too.
Didn't country sort of take off on the radio there? Because when we were growing up, country music was like something from the South. And then I drove through Pennsylvania, and it seemed like it went pretty country on the radio. Because when we were kids, I remember that Froggy FM was the only one, and nothing else. Yeah. And then when I went through, I remember Froggy, and
yeah, totally.
And then yes. Yeah, Les and I grew up in like an old mining area, mining town.
Yeah, it's an old mining town.
Yeah.
I live on a coal bank.
Now Wilkes-Barre.
You pitch a flag, what the highest coal bank is. You pitch a flag and you're good.
Is that the deer hunter territory?
Yeah, totally. Everybody goes hunting around here.
The first day of school, there's nobody in school. Even Les had a picture of himself with a dead deer on his fridge. My dad was back from Vietnam, hence the deer hunter, and he refused to kill anything after Vietnam. And he was like hardcore.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of the Godfather, Fredo. Fredo's character, he filmed that too, and then he died. He's in the Deer Hunter. Yeah.
He's.
I forgot about that movie. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. If I remember, that was a good movie.
Well, I remember that actor in particular. he has that actor was in like 4 movies before he died.
He died.
And they're like the Deer Hunter, Godfather. Like he's like in like the top 4 movies of all time. But then he died young, and I was like, what a resume. What a resume.
No
But
doubt.
yeah, so we
He said.
so with me personally, I was born in Queens here. And my parents took off in the 70s when my dad came back from Vietnam. He was just sorry he wasn't feeling the city. Just like he was part of the white flight, they now call it, but at the time it was just called "Get the fuck out of New York." And, it's like they looked over their shoulder years later, and it's like, oh, only the white people left. No, which isn't true. But they now say if anybody who could get out of New York got out of New York. The people who stayed behind was just you just had nowhere to go. You had no prospect. And so we went to Pennsylvania because there was some connection to northeastern PA with my mom's side of the family. In fact, that's why. So we're in this weird foreign land, but I would see our family name on like buildings, like they're builders and they built and they were conducting the opera house and they're artists. And so I grew up in Pennsylvania. Oh, we have a guest walk-on appearance here. Oh, it's Sushi.
Hey, Allie, what's up?
Hi.
Good morning. Good morning. I would love some food.
She's outside.
This is for you.
Zone.
Hey, Spike, reach over and grab this.
Back later.
And Les, this one's for you. Reach up if you can get that. All right.
I'm crushing your head. I'm crushing your head. I'm crushing your head.
But long story short, I'm growing up in Pennsylvania. All my family members, like Greg, remember, they're all in New York. All the movies on the screen are like Break-In, Break-In 2. You know, everything's New York and graffiti culture and punk rock. And I'm like, what the hell am I doing in this mining town? So when I was 17.
It is weird. It's cheap.
Got out of there.
It's cheap.
Yeah, I don't know. And it was a great place to grow up. I mean, we had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It wasn't like,
yo, man, word up.
We didn't, but my brother and I didn't end up in jail or dead, which is more than we could say for my dad's friends in the South Bronx. But anyhow, I came back and then I dragged Les. I'm like, Les, I'm here.
Yeah.
Alphabet City, you're coming. I got you a job. So Les and I
know my ABCs, so I went.
Did you rent? Did you pull cables for film companies too on Chris's behalf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still doing that.
Yeah.
There's not much work, but
yeah, but I just a lot of us are
unsung heroes of the TV and film industry, such as Les and Chris Ryan.
And Jay Hudak of Ensemble Trust, who we're gonna have on later tonight. But he's supposed to be here. I don't know if he's gonna make it because he got called into work at MetLife Studio. He said he's working. He's doing staging stuff. So
yeah, I should have hooked up with that. I don't think I could lift that stuff though. I think it's heavy lifting.
I'm sure. He said it was a brutal house because I got called for some of that work to do a Bruce Springsteen concert, which I would have liked to do, but it was on my birthday. And I was like, I'm not killing myself for Bruce Springsteen on my birthday. But then they stopped calling me. But either way, I'm not on. I used to get these alerts like looking for 6 crew for Metallica. That was the only reason I put my name on a list. Was they some friends of mine did the Metallica shows, and I was just like, I would like to see those Metallica shows. But then Dave Feldman actually called me and gave me tickets, so we saw both nights of Metallica, two full nights of different music sets. But yeah, so I've joked with Jay of somebody seriously. I guess we have the only like recession/AI proof jobs, for better or for worse. Everyone else is going to get paid to sit home apparently, but you can't say, "Hey Siri, rig this stage." So
yeah.
Maybe you could
right.
Hey, Siri, make a bootleg AI slop video of a stage, like sure, but if you're actually going to physically, he's going to work the World Cup. It's like
right. Like that's right.
He's not going to be replaced. He's going to be working. I told him I'm going to sublet my apartment and getting out of town. because I'm like, I don't want to be here with the World Cup, and there's not enough hotels. So I was thinking about subletting my apartment, but my apartment is obviously a wreck. It'd be like they could just come in and screw me over because, be like, what's this under? Oh, a checkbook. Like, I'd have to really.
Yeah, you'd have to scour your house and have it spotless.
Yeah. So,
me too. I'm nobody to talk, as you could probably see.
Well, that's why I have the fake banner on here, so you can't see. But I don't know if I can make.
Yeah, that's a good idea. But I should have got one.
That's just shelves of everything: scripts, lights, guitars, equipment. I mean, in books. I don't know, and a lot of books are signed. A lot of records are signed. It's just sort of like somebody could come in and just like mess with me. But on the other hand, you also always think like, well, so what? You can't take it to the grave with you. But I would have to take out storage. I would have to take out storage and do a once over. It would be like a full-time job to turn this into an Airbnb for 1 month. But I might do it because it might be time in my life to just sort of wise up and recognize if you're not working, what the hell are you doing here? Getting stabbed by Mondami's lackeys, might as well get out of town for a month and make some money. Rather than
that's not a bad idea.
Where do you get out of town to make the money too?
Well, I have a couple places. It's like, my wife wants to visit family for like weeks anyhow, so it's just rather than just.
You guys could go to what? Was it North or South Carolina?
It's Virginia.
Virginia.
I'm going for a week during the World Cup. I'm going to Alaska with my mom, whole family.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
damn, dude, that's great.
So we're trying to.
Your mom and my mom really should hang out, man. I mean, I know your mom lives wherever. My mom just got back from freaking Japan with my sister on a ski trip.
Wow.
They went to Japan for 2 weeks or something. It was like killer vacation. Well, I'm here with a neck brace on. I can barely walk.
Sorry, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. Sometimes it does seem like everyone else is living some sort of a Michelin guide life, and you're just sort of like, well, I better run off with my mom for one trip because they're getting old. But
yeah, my mom just called. Actually, I don't know if I could text her quick. If I go off of this, will I lose it? Give me 1 second. I'll be right back in 2 seconds if I do.
While you do that,
I can still hear you guys. That's good. Let me just text her and tell her that I'll call.
Okay, while you do that, I'm going to add to the stage here Mr. Scott Byban, everyone. Let's hear it for Scott. I got to figure out there are media assets. Watch this. I watch this. For Scott.
Oh, wait. Hold on a second.
And for every new guest, I'm waiting in anticipation.
I did. Hold on.
Cool. Did I leave at all? Did you see me that whole time and hear me?
I could see it.
What's that?
Okay. I texted my mom. I was just wondering if whatever. Hey, dude, what's up? How are you?
Tell me if you can hear this gong.
Can you hear me? Oh, now I can. Yeah. See, some of us Michelin man kind of lives. I think I'm more of the kind of like Michelin.
That was awesome. I didn't know we had effects like that.
Yeah, whatever. Man, now I can't hear anything. What's going on with this audio?
Let Scott get himself together.
We could hear you, Scott. I could hear you good. And we could see you.
We think that we're Luddites, but actually we set the bar pretty high. We're always like above our pay grade, like we were running back in the 90s. We were running a 3-camera studio live call-in show.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not very technical. I can't figure out how to make this cross switch or put 2 titles on at once. So it would be like I have to step back and be like, you had a TV show with like a $5 budget, like don't beat yourself up on what you can't do. It's like, what did we accomplish?
Well,
Actually, Scott and I
it's now 2026, and we not only can be Luddites, but we can also be Luddettes at the same time.
Oh yeah, I'm down with that. I could
I know,
identify as a Luddette. I could identify as
Me
a
too.
Luddette. Is it less pay? Less pay for smashing the machines?
I don't know, Les. Can you answer that question, Les?
Yeah,
I
less
don't
pay
know
was
what a
named after-
Luddette is. What the hell is a Luddette?
It's a
Luddette. Oh, I guess it's the feminized version of Luddite, I suppose.
A Luddite.
The Luddites were these guys
What's it?
who were threatened by the looms and the mechanical revolution, industrial revolution.
Oh, okay.
So the
Yeah,
Luddites-
it takes a little while. I forget all these. I hate letters. I never remember what the hell they mean. I'm like, whatever. Yeah, no, I hear that, dude. Yeah. And AI is going to take us all down, or it's going to feed us and bathe us, and like, we're not going to have to do anything.
AI sponge bath. You're the first.
Yeah,
to bring
AI
that up.
sponge baths.
You're
I
a
know,
visionary.
What is the
Universal
does it take
basic
to be-
income. You have universal basic sponge bath.
Universal Basic SpongeBob? What does it take to be Ned Ludd in the era of AI? That's a question.
Something in the door.
Net Ludd?
Microwave.
I don't
Ned
know.
Ludd? Yeah, Luddites are named after Ned Ludd, who is a person who in England he led I guess a bit of sabotage. But actually, the term sabotage. Do you know where the origin of that term?
Sabotage? Yeah, the Beastie Boys, yeah.
I think it came a few years before the Beastie Boys. So, no, actually, a sabot is a wooden clog from Dutch culture. So you know how people would walk around in wooden clogs.
And the same
So
shelf you can
that type of shoe is called a sabot. And what people would do to destroy the gears of the windmills and of the machines is they would throw their wooden shoes into the gears to gum them up. And that is what sabotage is, where you basically destroy the gears. Yes. That is the origin.
That is funny, man. That's good.
While we're getting into entomology or whatever, the Lower East Side origin of words, entomology, that's bugs. What's the language?
Entomology is more insect-like. Speaking of the cockroaches on the Lower East Side.
I can't stick with that.
On the Lower East Side?
Oh my God!
That's what
Well,
etymology
not like
would be.
they used to.
How
They have
often
now
would
it's got the rat as a rat.
Chris-
My girls are afraid to walk down the street because the rats scurry across. What's up, Mike?
How often was Scott staying in the basement on Avenue 8 at that place?
Avenue A.
Scott?
Did I ever come to your place in the Avenue A? I don't know. I used to spend
I
a
don't
lot
know.
of time
I don't know
on
if
the
Scott
Lower
was
Side,
there.
though.
By the way, before we get distracted, I have to tell Les this because we're talking Sabotage, the Beastie Boys, right?
Yeah.
You know who's inspired the song Sabotage? I don't know if you know this, but do you remember?
I don't think I do.
Tell us.
Remember Tin Pan Alley Studios where we used to record the Beastie Boys recorded there?
Yeah.
Remember Giovanni?
Yeah, the engineer dude.
Yeah, Giovanni. He was always having. He was a Luddite himself, analog guy. It was all analog 2-inch tape.
Yeah.
Whenever something went wrong, he would be crawling behind the board trying to repatch these 1/4-inch plugs like it was like the 1970s, and he would go sabotage.
No way.
And the Beastie Boys, in the studio, they wrote the song about Giovanni. So sabotage.
No. Get out of here.
I know you're playing this. I'll set straight this water gate, man. So anyhow, Giovanni.
Far out, man. That's crazy. I'm surprised I didn't hear that because he told us a bunch of stories. What they did, License to Ill there, I think, and they did 2 albums there. I forget that. It's so long ago, man. My memory is shot.
They did Ill Communication there. License to Ill was somewhere else. But well, you know, he might not have even known. You know, yeah. How I found out was the Beastie Boys. They put out that epic book. Like I wish I could afford it, but they put out some. Book,
the Beastie Boys.
There's
book,
a story.
Yes.
The stories in
awesome.
there, and they talk about recording at Tin Pan Alley, and they talk about the engineer who inspired it. And I realized in 2 seconds that's Giovanni.
That's crazy, man. That's pretty.
He may not have even known.
It's so funny you should mention that. I actually just saw Money Mark playing a set at South by Southwest. Money Mark played keyboards and a lot of Beastie Boys stuff.
Yeah, he was their carpenter / keyboardist.
Yep, he was also born a day before I was born. Well, many years before that, but similar birthday.
Interesting. There's a lot of weird Beastie Boy parallels with us because they also used to rehearse on Stanton Street. Like 10 years before us. Then they recorded at Tin Pan Alley, but years before us. Like some points, I felt like we're like sort of living like their footsteps, but like they're always like 10 years and $10 million ahead of us. But
yeah, they had a store right next door to us.
But you know, one of the best things about the Beastie Boys is that they immortalized They immortalized the legacy of Tom Carvel. Remember the Cookie Puss and Cookie? Remember their prank calls from the Pollywog 2 EP? Actually,
they
the Pollywog 2 was its own thing. It was a Cookie Puss EP, and that was so hilarious. I remember listening to that on WLIR. You guys remember WLIR?
No.
Yeah, we were.
It was.
We were obsessed with Cookie Puss.
Okay.
Was that what they called Red's Bar or whatever?
No, that's the 2 Bar tapes, and that was in Hoboken. That guy Red. You piece of garbage and fuck your mother for a nickel.
Yeah, I dug up your mother and fucked your skeleton.
Oh God,
so good.
Speaking of Elliot.
No, so for the viewers out there who don't know what the Cookie Puss EP is, basically the Beastie Boys, as a release, they did a bunch of prank phone calls where they were just calling people, and they're like, "Where's Cookie Puss? Where's Cookie?" Cookie Puss was this. It was this mold for an ice cream cake. It was basically like a circle with a square on top that every single ice cream cake got
around.
This.
Wasn't that Baskins and Robbins?
Still around?
It's Carvel.
Wasn't that Baskins and Robbins?
No, it was Carvel.
Carvel.
Oh, it was Carvel? Okay.
Yes.
So
they had these ice cream cakes, but it was the same mold for each one. But every single season they'd have a new thing. They'd have Cookie Puss.
Yeah.
The Opus for
the Lucky
Irish
Day. Yeah, or Fudgy the Whale was another one of them.
Yeah, Fudgy the Whale.
A whale for a whale of a dad. Remember, a whale of a cake for a whale of a dad. Like, let's insult the customer base. You know? Here's a cake for your fat dad.
A whale of a cake for a whale of a woman.
You get real far with that. Yeah, we love Cookie Puss and Cookie Puss and.
Yeah,
but basically we had the same taste.
That's some funny stuff.
Well, they were a little older than us.
What's that?
Oh, nothing. I just said they were a little older than us, but they were and smarter because they were putting it on vinyl. We were just prank calling.
Yeah,
it was great. You remember TV Picks on Channel 11?
Oh, of course. I just sent that.
Used to yell Picks. Picks.
This is the most low rent thing, so nobody could afford a television. So Atari was expensive, the 2600 or 5200. That was expensive, but double the price of that was the Intellivision, which wasn't as good. But, but so Channel
it was head to head though. It was head to head.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about television is you could play your friends instead of just the computer with sports and stuff.
That's right.
That was a selling point.
That's right, because you had to take your turn with if it was 2-player on
Atari.
2600. And I guess 5200 you could do. Could you do two at the same time? I can't remember if you could do head to head.
Not
Yeah,
with
I'm pretty
complex
sure you
games.
could.
Like you could do
They had the
basketball.
little wheels. You could race your buddy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the-
Or
there
play
were
Pong. You used to be able to play
trackball, the
Pong.
trackball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and combat. It was just really simple games.
Combat, yeah.
Yeah.
But the sports games and television ruled.
But in
Oh yeah,
television-
there's
but this-
baseball and football and tennis.
but this was the funniest bit about TV picks with the Intellivision, if you remember. So what it was is that you had somebody playing the Intellivision, and a kid would call in, and when they say picks, the person who was playing the
It looked
Intellivision
like this.
would
Yeah.
It looked like my background. It looked like my background. There was a crosshair.
Totally.
Lasers.
But it was the stupidest latency. It was like it was completely out of sync.
Dude, totally.
And somebody would win like tickets to some roller derby, some
Yeah.
roller skating rink, or whatever.
Totally.
Or My Playland.
Yeah.
My Playland in Rhinelander. And so it was like that, like bookended between the crummy Carvel commercials, and then you'd have TV picks, and then eventually you get to whatever cartoon you wanted to watch.
Well, you know,
But
a little
so that was
factoid. You know that those Carvel commercial. That's why the Beastie Boys had a career. You know, being like Lower East Side little art punks, you didn't really expect to have a career. Like they weren't in it for the money, right? You know, like, nobody thought they were gonna make money off of a career. You know, they were like, but they made that Cookie Puss gag, and one of the airlines, like American Airlines or someone, used the music from Cookie Puss on a commercial nationally.
What?
And one of the Beastie Boys' dad's friends was a lawyer. He's like, they can't do that. So he sued, and they got like $100,000 or something, and that went into Beastie Boy Incorporated, and then they were like a real thing. They were able to buy studio time.
Wow.
And a real band. And so it was based on a lawsuit. That was their.
That's crazy.
Was the Poly?
And then there's a bunch of
EP before or after Cookie Puss?
I don't remember, because Cookie Puss was like a single. The EP,
Yeah.
it might have been
It was the EP.
logically, it might have been before. So maybe that paid for the EP. I don't know. But there's a lot of weird things. You know, like the Led Zeppelin sued them for using the bow now 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 now, and they got away with it because it was under 7 seconds or whatever. So then Robert Plant put out that Tall Cool One song, and he sampled the bow now 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 now, and he sampled the Beastie Boys sampling Led Zeppelin. And the Beastie Boys sued him and won. So the Beastie Boys beat Robert Plant in court for sampling his own song. So yeah, smarter than
I remember
us.
we tried to do that with the TeamSpider logo. We were hoping to get sued.
Yeah, we're like, no press is bad press.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Chris,
had
didn't D. Snyder reach out to you about the TS logo?
Yes. Oh yeah, I don't know. Yes, I don't know if you know that. Les. Two of the Twisted Sisters have had something to say at this point about TeamSpider's logo, which is the first thing was when we made the first shirts, the Summertime in the City shirts, and the first show that was coming up, and we did a test on Robbie's shirt. Well, hopefully Robbie will find out. I sent Robbie an invite.
Oh, cool.
So we did. It was like a TS. It was really small. It said Summertime in the City. And Robbie, he was a guitar player, but he was trying out to be managed by JJ French of Twisted Sister like that week. And so he gets in an elevator at some like fancy music exec building, and he's wearing like a TeamSpider shirt with the TS. And the first words out of JJ French's mouth is, "That's copyright infringement right there."
Yeah.
Robbie's like,
didn't Robbie run?
No, he just like clammed up and went. Then he asked his friend, he's like, "Was JJ like seriously mad?" And his friend goes, "Oh yeah, he sues everyone. He sued Great Adventure for having a Twisted Sister roller coaster." So he's like, "Fuck!" I just
Oh yeah.
But then I posted some early like things of TeamSpider logo. I call it the TeamSpider logo, the Twisted Sister logo. We used to like, carve it into our desk at school and stuff. And I had some pictures of of some old TeamSpider TS carved into books that I found or whatever. And I posted, and D. Snyder liked it.
Oh, that's good.
So I said something to him, and I said something like, I made something like, you know what makes your day is D. Snyder liking your post, and then he retweeted that and followed me. So I'm like, oh great, now we have D. Snyder following us. I didn't mention, like, I didn't stop with carving into my desk. For 20 years, I've been using your stolen logo for my band. Now I'm like,
right.
block D. Snyder.
Did you ever say to D. Snyder after you say, D. Snyder, what do you want to do with your life?
Yeah. I want to steal your logo.
I want logo. I'm on a spinning chair. I want a logo. Whoa, I want to rip my computer off. Don't do that. Kids. Anyhow, since we're on the talk of record labels, you know what? This is a good lead-in for Scott. Scott,
me?
You know that Scott had Bloodlink Records, right? Yeah.
What's it called? One leg?
Yeah, One Leg Records.
Blood.
One Leg Record?
Blood.
Yeah,
Link.
it was called Bloodlink.
No, that's Milligan.
Oh, Bloodlink. Oh, okay. I thought you said One Leg. I'm like, we had a band named Seven Legs. We should fight.
We did.
No, I mean, I used to be involved in
actually, we should have been on
back in the day.
Hey.
I was missing a hand, not a leg. Spatula Morris, so I replaced my hand with a spatula, not a hook.
Well, Seven Legs is a pre-Lower East Side TeamSpider. Les and I had a band back in mining country, Pennsylvania. There were 4 of us, and one of us was a kid Milligan who fell under a train hopping trains, and he only had one leg. So we called ourselves Seven Legs, and we decorated the stage with his old prosthetics that he outgrew every year.
Oh, that's right.
And I think we
had a lot of those.
So we should record like cruising the Hana 500. But anyhow, Hana is inside.
You should do your
I'm down.
show in Centralia or something.
Centralia was our hood. That was. I mean, we didn't even need Centralia because our own backyards, we could see smoke coming through cracks in the earth from our town. Remember that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Near
Up
the
at
base
Giants
of the mountain.
Despair.
And yeah, you could see. You would look up and just.
It's still happening. It's still going on.
Still on fire?
Yeah, there's still mine fires.
Oh, you know, it's thousands of years. Yeah, it's going to be on.
It's crazy.
I used to be a paper boy. And whenever you got at a corner house with a big yard, you would always cut across the yard. You know, you're not going to walk like it's not China. We're not making right angles. We're Americans. We would cut across the yard to the point where I would wear out the grass on the front yard because I just cut across it for years, whatever. One day, the house I used to cut across the yard all the time because they didn't have hedges like a smart person. I go there and the whole yard is covered in plywood. So I'm like, I guess I'm not crossing the yard. Let me see what's going on there. And I lift up the plywood and the earth had fucking cracked. I mean, this is like Stranger Things. And I threw a rock down. I couldn't even hear it hit bottom. It's just a mine had subsided. And just, if I was walking across it when that shit happened, you
could have sued them.
From hell. If hell is a lawyer. You know, I just got a text from Jay Hudak that says, it's 2026 and you're talking about Seven Legs on YouTube? Billy Milligan, amazing. Hello, everyone, trying to join you. Hudak is trying to join.
Hudak,
get in
quick.
So how about while he tries to join, what I'm going to do is and Edivus Triple Rex has joined. We'll wait. Mark will have you wait. But let me see real quick while we are getting Hudak signed up in here. Why don't we show? This is a Bloodlink / Jay Hudak band who we're on TeamSpider television, right?
An
believe it?
albatross is nothing like dross.
Let's see.
Quoting Zach.
Let's see. This is an albatross, not to be confused with a albatross or the albatross. This is an albatross
Yes, that's
live
correct.
at TeamSpider Studios. If I can find it, where it is, I got so many things open now.
How many people can join these things anyway? Is there a limit?
It could be that there's a limit.
Is there at least a Hollywood Squares amount of section?
Here it is. It might be.
9 would be nice.
Here we go. Let's check out an albatross live on TeamSpider TV.
Oh man, that's supposed to be 05.
Oh, cool.
Okay, I'm gonna put him back.
I guess this is when. Oh no! Did it freeze?
There you have it.
No,
That
play
was
the
an
rest of that.
albatross.
Play the rest of that.
Yeah.
That's so good.
I love seeing Phil going nuts. The keyboard player played with our band, and he was kind of mellow on stage with us. Seeing him in an albatross gives me so much joy.
Or it reveals how boring your band is.
Yeah, totally. We're just an 80s band.
And albatross is such a classic.
Yeah, no, totally.
That was awesome. You know that their first show, they were not called an albatross. The name of the band was actually that image of the truth. And then it became the One Bird, Two Sex, Three Cake Collective. And then an albatross came later. But actually, there was even a name in between that, because when they played at Lost Film Fest, there was, like, before they were called the One Bird, Two Sex, Three Cake Collective, they were called the Hawaiian Eye, or that was the name that this guy at the Lost Film Fest event where they played, which was their first show, Lost Film Fest 2, at Kill Time, and that was December 2nd, 1999. December 2nd, is that right? No. Sorry, December 20th, 1999. That would have been. Yeah, don't. Or 21st. Was it, Jay, are you still on here? Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
that was
It's not your interview.
yeah, that was.
Where is Dudok? Is he on air?
He said he's still working, hopes to get out soon. Looks
Oh.
cool. We're in his ear. He's listening to us at work. That's the bass
Oh, yeah.
player.
Kudak.
Asshole.
What was the first
Bass player from
Albatross?
an albatross. See if I can bring up a picture.
Yo, can you guys hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I hear you. Where's Dave? Do you have your camera on?
My camera is on, but it's not working.
Sikowski!
Yo,
21st
What?
century.
Good morning.
when I say Dave's here, you say whatever. Dave's here.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Oh, wait.
Whatever.
Dave messed up. So do try again, Dave.
Let me rejoin. It says my camera's on, but I'm not seeing myself, so I don't know.
I don't see anything. As usual.
Maybe I can find a picture of Dave. Well, here I can show
Here, look
Jay
up Dave.
Hudak will be here later. Let's see if we can find a picture of Jay. He's shy. Well, he's there with that face looking like Cliff Burton. For some reason, the cameras are cutting around him. That guy in the middle, that's Jay Hudak. Hudak. He shall be checking in later. He shall be checking in later.
So they know someone's here. Okay.
Well, we got Dave working on his camera. Why don't I see?
You should call Carl G and see. You should call Carl G and see if you can get him out on this call. Remember Carl?
Carl Golombeski?
Yeah, Carl Golombeski.
Of course.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in forever, man.
Yeah, we talk sometimes. I actually visited him in Hawaii right after Ram Dass died. I don't know if you knew that he actually was taking care of Ram Dass in the last years of his life. He was like wiping his butt and feeding him food and really taking care of him and just doing the real stand up.
He's a sweetheart, man.
He certainly is.
Yeah.
Very, very wonderful human being and other.
That's right.
Well, while we're waiting for to see Dave here, I'll run a little video of Dave. This is some old TeamSpider footage, and you'll see Dave is there on the left. You see Dave there? The Secret Service man. All right, let's see if we can play.
The legend.
Oh, is this just a still picture?
You should play some of the stuff from Lost Film Fest. Oh, by the way, I noticed your TeamSpider logo on that Farfisa, on that organ.
Oh. Yeah, on the microphone. There's the TS on the microphone, Zach sat.
That's right. Oh man, I miss that.
That's our logo.
Yeah. Also, hopefully,
we made that logo.
Exactly. We had a lot.
I was going to say before there's this girl that comes out to see us. Well, and she dated JJ French, and I mentioned all the stuff we were talking about earlier, and she was like, "He'll come right after you." He's like, "Don't mess with him. He's serious." And I'm like, "Yeah. He already tried. I guess. I think I talked to Chris around that time when she mentioned that. She still comes to see us."
Yeah, you could have said. Sorry, go on.
I'm trying to say stuff without like mentioning her name or divulging too much. But yeah, that's she said to watch out for him. I guess I'll end there so I don't like get anybody in trouble.
Well, what we're learning is people are a lot more litigious than us.
Wait, didn't
be why we're broke.
Play at L'Amour's in 1984 before TeamSpider, sorry, before Twisted Sister was even a band?
Well, that's what we used to say that Zach came up with the logo because he played in the Civil War as TeamSpider, and that was his infantry logo.
I remember that.
And we were going to go to our graves like swearing that, and
yeah,
we're like, but we didn't do it.
So was Zach in? He was in the Navy, right? He was a merchant marine, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Something like that.
While we're talking about Zach, maybe I can get that video to play. Here's some Zach.
And they might come up with the answer. If not, doesn't make any difference.
Park, right?
When I say team, you say spider. Team. Team.
Spider?
Team.
Spider.
You got that right.
Yo, when I say Zach, you say whatever. Zach. Yo, Zach, whatever.
The goal here is to find the real Zach. Now, Zach's going to stay very quiet as not to reveal himself.
That's it, gentlemen. Thanks a lot, everyone, for voting. That's it for the audience.
So you can hear what Zach would. Oh, should I add some media assets to that? Let's see. Where's the applause? And since we love Zach, and finally he earned a gong.
Can you guys hear me?
I hear you now. I muted you because you're hacking up like a goddamn snot factory throughout our heartfelt Zach tribute. So I had to mute you.
Oh, I saw that. That's fine.
All right, so Dave has joined the conversation. It says, can we see him yet? Have we figured out the camera thing with Dave? Oh, there he is. Add to stage. Dave.
Give Dave the clap. Come on, Dave, give him the clap.
Welcome, Dave.
All right.
He's doing a Baron Trump.
You're right.
Okay, he's at the garden. Future President Baron Trump.
You don't hear anything?
Oh, he's not doing the Trump.
Can you hear us? You there? Are you listening?
Tell me if this gong helps.
Yeah, that definitely helps.
They called me a Luddite. Luddette. They called me a Luddette.
Luddette. You showed them.
Seriously, Liz is so irritated that I got this. I got this in a... Where did I get this? I got this in some airport or something like that. There was this store that had this for €2 or something like that. And I was like, whoa, €2.
What is it?
What is this? What do you mean? What
is it?
What is?
Is it a cha-ching?
It's a sound machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, there you go.
Is that from that?
No,
that's me.
Oh, okay. I was like, I'm like, Scott, you've been doing that though. I'm like, that thing is worth $1 million.
It's the police. Anyone hold it?
Oh.
Seriously, you want to buy it? I'll sell you.
Hide your weed.
It's a collector's item.
Well, we used to have, it was like that, and it made the sound of a coin, and we used to call long distance, and you just put the thing up to the receiver, and it sounded like coins were going into it, and we used to call from home, like if we're in Ocean City, like to call our parents, you just put that thing up to the phone and make the cha-ching sound, and it would work.
We're talking about Redbox, right?
Electrolyte water.
It was basically like that thing you have, but it made the sound of a coin dropping in the phone.
Like this?
It was a singer.
Yeah, we called it the cha-ching. I actually have it. I think it's in the other room.
No, you know what the frequency was, Les? You know what the frequency is?
You need water for the car?
What?
2600. Like a Atari.
Right.
Like a
Oh, really?
No.
It was the 2600 tone would get you free phone calls, right?
Yeah.
Well, actually, technically, it's two different tones, like the DTMF tones. So it's two tones that kind of run simultaneously together. Yeah, that's not. I don't think that's actually what the 2600 reference, the Atari 2600 reference is. But do you know the history of how that all came to be with the Red?
No, what? We just got free phone calls and loved it. That's all I know.
Here's a lesson: how to TeamSpider a phone with Scott Byven. Let's hear it.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Yes.
I'll eat while you take over the show for a sec, Scott.
I'll take over the show. Let me tell you kids about something. Hold on a second. Actually, I couldn't do that. Hey, let me tell you kids about something. I'll tell you a poem.
Channeling
Hold on a
Zach.
second. Wait a
Zach
second.
has
hold on.
entered the building. Zach is possessing Scott Piben.
Nice.
Red box.
I'd rather take
And
the Holland
albatross
tunnel.
is in my socks. I've got 25 socks in a row. I would make a phone call and I'd call Wesley Willis.
Oh, that's
Wesley
Zach.
Willis.
Voice of their friend.
Yeah, that's...
Okay, thank you, Scott. Okay, I'm going to move on now that I'm nice and full. We have a guest. Mark, are you still here? Let's see. Uh-oh, did we lose Mark while we were waiting? Here he is. All right, I'm going to add to the stage. Everyone, welcome to Mark. This is Mark from Oedipus Triple Rex. Who? Interestingly enough,
What's up?
we've gone way back in time with Druid. We've gone middle time with an albatross. Now we're going into the future. Oedipus Triple Rex just recorded their first record yesterday. They were in the studio yesterday. We've had them on the show a bunch because I've been reviving the TeamSpider YouTube channel. That's hence one of the reasons we're celebrating the 20 years is I'm going to get people to subscribe. Everyone hit that like and subscribe, please. But I think I have an element of that. So we want Mark to tell us about what's going on with Oedipus Triple X or O3R, as they are called.
Wait,
Welcome,
hold
Mark.
on. And wait, before you go, Mark, I have to tell you something. I actually have a bootleg tape of your band.
Oh,
Before you even
really?
Put it out. Yeah, here we go.
Find those little puzzles.
Oh man! Bravo! Thank you for that. I hope we're getting some of the proceeds from that. Yeah, we've been talking to Chris since our birth. Chris is our official videographer. He's videotaped all of our shows so far and stuck them up on YouTube. We kind of started as an accident. A couple of us were like, hey, let's get our old bands back together. I had a band back in the 80s called All Night Rave in California. We were surf punk. And another guy had a band called the Epileptic Albino Bullfrogs. They were a hardcore punk band from Philadelphia. And two of the other guys were in a band called Megazoid. One guy, the young guy in our band, is from a band called Jade Tourniquet. So yeah, I mean, we just got together. We thought that it'd be funny to play a show at some point. We were shooting for Punk Island, and suddenly this guy just starts letting us use his School of Rock studio starting in January of 25, and we just got a gig in the summer, and then everything just blew up. Right now we've just played 5 gigs, and we have 10 more coming up. One of them was Spike.
Whoa.
One of them was Spike Polite.
Nice.
On June 29th.
Oh, who's that?
Spike, our local hero. We love Spike. Can't wait to play. We just found out today we're playing Tompkins Square Park with Scotty Stuzzo, who I imagine will probably be here at some point. And we went into the studio and started recording yesterday. I sent Chris this morning. I sent him a pre-mixed tape that we worked on all day yesterday to get one song. So it was a tedious. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Aside
That's
from
right.
the tape, yes. Aside from the tape that Scott has, aside from that, which I'm sure is far superior to the one that we did yesterday during the 8 hours that we suffered.
Yeah.
Did you lay tracks for 10 songs? I heard you were going to do 10 songs. Is that wrong?
That was our goal. That was our goal, to lay tracks for, and we got one. We got drum tracks. We got drum tracks for 4 more, but I mean, the guy that we walked into the studio, and the guy just was like, "Yeah, okay, you can do your 10 tracks. Like, good luck."
It takes a long time, man.
Yeah.
For it to sound good, it's not muddy. It's not this. So you really have to do it's a lot of time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, to set the stage for Mark, just a show not tell, I'm going to put on
New York City.
a little bit of you.
Going to the last show of the year for me, I think.
And East Village going to Auto
Oh,
Shrunken
yeah, that
Heads,
was-
the Oedipus Triple Rex with our buddies
was
Chum
autos.
Huffer and Blackout Shoppers. And it's just ringing out 2025. See ya in 2026.
Can't believe we're here. I mean, this is our second show ever, but it's actually our first show with a whole band because love it. That's our sound check.
And let's hear it for.
That's right.
I'll take a bow. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Like, come
They're all
see us. We'd love to see you. We're playing the A7 show. Oh no, you didn't bootleg that tape, did you?
I certainly did.
Yeah, we're playing the A7 show on April 12th.
For those who don't know, A7 is legendary birthplace of New York hardcore on A and 7th, now called Niagara. And it's a infamous place here in the neighborhood. Easy commute for me, because I live right up Tompkins Square the other direction. So it's an honor that they brought back the venue, and it's a big honor to invite Oedipus Triple Rex to play like the second of these the series there. So congrats.
That's great.
Thank you.
And that's explosive. And then, that's exciting. At least you have one good song. I was wondering about the 10 song limit, but I thought, some people have pulled that stuff off. Like even Nirvana, the first record, Bleach, they went in and did that, I think, in one day for $260. And it's sort of like, you can get in that groove and just play your set, and then, it might be you capture something that's worth living forever. Other times, you might spend 2 days getting the snare sound right.
That's right. Johnny Mellor's Bastardos is our buddy. They're our buddies, and we played with them a couple times. And they went into the studio, I think, maybe a year ago, and they blasted out 11 songs in one day. And then they spent the next year mixing and whatever. So that one day still took them a good solid year to really get it into shape to actually put it out. And they put it out on vinyl. Chris, I think you were at that show at the Broadway.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, you were there.
That was a great show.
So
they were good. They were like they were sort of like the Clash when they were a pub band, right? They were sort of like a pub band version of the Well, the same thing goes on now with filmmaking, which is the era of you can shoot as much footage as you want, and you think like, this is great. I had 4 cameras in 10 hours, and then you're like, now it's going to take a week to look at that footage. Whereas back when Les and I were running around with our mini DV camera, it was, you had this hour tape, and we try to make it last all week.
Yeah, for sure.
But
that's right.
But hey, your limit. Sometimes your limitations.
Remember when you'd shoot it to make it last as much as
so
possible.
Rob just wrote, he said to say hi. Rob, the bass player.
Hi, Rob. Rob's bass, Oedipus Triple Rex. Yeah, Scott's right. They had SP, EP, SLP. We used to run the tapes slower. And, our first
Damn, that's funny.
If Les will remember, the first name of our first public access show was VHS or Less.
Or less.
We reveled in being lo-fi because
that's right.
We're making movies. We're making short films. We weren't making TV in our minds, and we just were like, we knew people who made 16 millimeter films, and they spent 6 months on it, and it would just sort of be like, didn't you have like a million ideas in the meantime, and like you're saving money to finish this film and to go to answer print? There was all this money suck, and we went out and made 3 films on VHS over the weekend, and then what film festival is going to show that? They only show film. And we're like, we'll put out. We've learned public access, and we started to take film. But then Scott. Then we discovered Scott Byman down here in our Brady Bunch circle, which is he had a film festival you'll love called the Lost Film Festival, As in, you got
That's right.
Sundance, you got Toronto, you got everything under the sun named after a town. Scott just would show up with a video projector in any town and have a festival. So it's the Lost
That's
Film
right.
Festival.
And
they
two
showed
VHS decks, and eventually I wound up having enough money to buy a DVD player, and eventually I had a laptop. But originally it was 2 VHS decks. Yeah, there we go.
plotting the DVD.
Yeah. So no, it was a really funny story. Like for the first Lost Film Fest, Mike Carroll's dad, Mike was one of the co-founders of Lost Film Fest. Because he and this guy named Scott that he was friends with, they went to high school, and they'd started this thing either a couple weeks before, or a month before, whatever it was. But they didn't really know what they were doing, and they wanted to set up a film festival with bands playing in a baseball field in one of the suburbs of Philadelphia. I think it was, I can't remember what the suburb was, but anyway, they contacted me because I ran Bloodlink, and they wanted some of the bands to play, and I'd been doing stuff in film for a while. I somehow managed to get myself on as an extra in a John Waters movie called Cecil B. Demented. And then I was in Toxic Avenger 4 and acted in, I don't know, I had this whole kind of crazy plan to become a movie star, which didn't really work out very well. So anyway, I was super involved with this whole media making movement that eventually became known as Indie Media, which was a website thing. I don't know. Anyways, I was making a lot of videos of protests. My friends and I were all doing this. And we didn't really have a way of putting this stuff out in the world. But anyway, when Mike and Scott got in touch with me, I was like, oh, this is great. And so I want to bring together a bunch of my friends that I knew from film, like Timothy Speed Levitch and a bunch of other people. And we had 2 days.
We know Speed.
Yeah, have you brought him on the
guy.
show? I think he still lives in New York.
We did a show with him at CBGB's, and we made a video episode out of it. Yeah,
recently.
Oh, like we're back in the day. This is when
back in the day. Yeah. Yeah. Man. Well, CBGB
he's still around.
Yeah. So anyway, what was I saying? Yeah. So we did an event in Philly, and then I went to the WTO protest in Seattle to record stuff, and I came back with a bunch of footage of my own and other people's footage of the riot porn. And after that, I started going on tour with it. But we wound up getting a video projector, which was incredibly expensive at the time. It was like $5,000 for a video projector. It was like 600 lumens or 800 lumens or something. But Mike's dad worked at Johnson & Johnson, and somehow we wound up getting the video projector for like a few $100 or something, like $600. So I started taking that all over the place with 2 VHS decks, and I knew nothing about editing or anything, so I would just have a video, and then I tell a story in between while I was queuing up the other one, and then put the VHS tape back in, and kind of go back and forth. And I had a 3-hour-long show that I would tour all over with. I wound up going all, and this was actually where things like the Yes Men got their start, the Eric Fensler G.I. Joe remixes, the Gorilla Network, Big Noise Films, and of course TeamSpider. TeamSpider came. So I did a Renegade event. I used to do Renegade events at Sundance, and there was this one year.
I can't hear him.
Oh, you can't hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
No, can you hear me I could.
You can hear me. Okay. So I wound up doing this, organizing this Renegade event on Main Street. This was the second event that I did. I guess this was 2002. And I rented a place called the Eye Lounge. And it was crazy because we had the Spaz DJ collective, like the anarchist raver collective, come out from the Bay Area. Had Bonfire Madigan from Kill Rock Stars, and of course TeamSpider. TeamSpider came out and played, so we showed a bunch of movies, and I think we showed a movie. Yeah. Actually, you know what? We showed like a Bob Odenkirk film. Like he came to the thing, but yeah, it was called Human Being.
I remember Lloyd Kaufman came from Troma.
That's right. Remember, he did come, and remember remember that I crashed the Hawaiian Topic bikini contest or bathing suit contest. So I got dressed in a woman's bathing suit and gave myself some boobs, and I like jumped up on stage during the competition. the guard, like the security guard, grabbed me by the throat and like pulled me out and threw me in the street while I'm like in this bathing suit and my boobs are hanging out.
Oh my God, man.
True story. Do you have any video from those shows? Can you share that, Chris?
Well, you know, I was just actually trying to bring up a still, and I'm having an issue with them. So nah, we'll have to clip them in. But I'll clip in some TeamSpider Goes to Sundance. We had an entire episode based on the Sundance show. Remember, we're laying down in traffic and stopping cars and all these things. That now, as a boring old guy, I'm like, I'd be mad if some kids laid in front of my car and stopped me going from work. But yeah, I guess you become what you hate. Oh wait, Mark has to go, so I'm going to just say goodbye to Mark. Mark, and we're gonna play a little more.
All right, taking off, huh? You're taking off, eh?
I think this is the song they're gonna make a single out of. All right, that was Oedipus Triple Rex. Let's hear it for him. And thanks, Mark, for coming by, and we look forward. We're gonna play with Mark at the end of July. We're going to. I don't know, Les. I'm hoping maybe you'll be able to come out, but we've got a venue booked July 25th, 2026 here this summer. It's a Saturday night, which I know is hard for you.
I doubt it, but we'll see.
Either way, we're also talking about for everyone's back in for that weekend to maybe spend a couple days at the beach. So we'll drag you into, even if you have to miss the show, you could come and we'll hit a couple days on the beach and we'll have a little bit of a reunion there. So thanks to Mark for stopping by, and we just welcomed them to the bill. We've added them to the bill, so it's going to be TeamSpider, Dr. Sleep, Oedipus Triple Rex, and the non-residents. And
Doctors, is that George Mack's band?
Yes, they're coming from Austin, Texas. That was sort of the inspiration.
Yeah, Al.
How you doing?
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, so he inspired a lot of this stuff just because he was coming to New York, and he's like, can we get a show? I was like, all right, we'll put you on. And he's like, what about TeamSpider reunion while I'm in town? So I was like, all right, we haven't done it in like decades, but
hold on, I'm going to look at our schedule. What is it, the 25th of June or July?
July, last weekend of July. How you doing, Spike? You think
Give me 1 minute.
If you're around, we'll have to talk. We'll try to get Sewage on a bill too. I don't know if you're around then or if you're free, but and I also want to get the Blackout Shoppers, who I don't know where. It's 8. So let me invite the Blackout Shoppers here because they wanted to come on, and they'll probably be our last guest of the night. Let me. I'm gonna send them.
Hold on a second. With Sewage, does JJ, the lawyer of Twisted Sister, sing for the band? Sewage.
Oh, good pun. Good pun. No.
Sewage. Oh man. Yeah, no, Dean Snyder never sued you guys.
I'm trying to make the link work.
I'm gonna get sued.
Okay, I'm sending a link to 2 of the guys in Blackout Shoppers. If you'll copy.
Yeah, we're playing the 25th of July.
You bastard.
Yeah.
Well, we're just gonna have to.
Yeah,
Come on.
it's a Lower East Side. You say bastard, not bastard. Where you from? Who? Look, it's Columbus, Ohio. Come on. It's bastard. We talk normal over here. Come on. Look, you gotta talk like a piece of garbage. You from New York? You're really from New York? There you go. Lower East Side. Ooh, you shouldn't know from it. What was we talking
Sweep
about?
the streets.
That's right. You know, my brother told me that no one in New York speaks like a New Yorker no more. No one talks like a New Yorker no more.
That is kind of an old thing.
It's becoming
What do you mean
extinct,
an old
unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's becoming extinct.
Lower East Side
There's
still
there's a hilarious video floating around of just kids at Halloween in the 80s. And it's these Brooklyn kids, and they're like, yo, you got to dress up to get the right candy. Like, hey, I tell them, like, these kids are talking like Sopranos. But they're like 10 years old. And it's like, we aren't teaching kids that anymore. Just, you know,
the Jets and the Sharks.
Look at this. I got a Groucho box nose. Come on. Give me some candy. Look, I'm Spock over here. Nanu Nanu.
That is awesome. Did you make that yourself?
Yeah. Okay. What are you talking about? I'm making $1 million. Look at this. I'm gonna sell it. I got a whole bunch of these. You want it? Give me
how much?
Offer.
How much? $5?
No, it's $2 for $1. $2 for $1. $2 for $1. Come on.
A buck $2.80?
Nah.
Is that a buck $2.80?
Look, you want it? It's yours.
Oh my God! You like this shirt? Do you want this shirt?
Like it? You like the shirt? You like the shirt? Yeah.
Chris is in the band. It's going to show up.
Groucho, you got
that is
Groucho
hilarious.
You got Harpo Marx, Karl Marx. Who you got it all? Come on. Lower East Side, everybody, come on. ABC Do Rio. You got 5th Street. You got C Squad. You got what else? You got that big Yona Schimmel Knishes. Whatever. Come on.
I don't know how to reach.
I miss Knishes.
I just had a Knish today, and a
Did
meat
ya?
patty. I was at the supermarket, and they had Knishes 3 for $5 and meat patties 3 for $5. I'm sure it's.
Ooh.
That's not a real Knish. What you get? Supermarket. Who buys a Knish from a supermarket? That's not real.
That's the only place I can get them if they have them.
Supermarket.
Sneetown represent.
Where you go to Food Town?
Yeah.
Food Town for a
Sneetown,
Knish?
baby.
Come on. You got to go to the deli. Yona Schimmels. What? Look. Oh, they replaced it with a very fancy Whole Foods. Oh, look, it's a Whole Foods. You go in there for a Knish, you pay $20. Whatever.
All right. I'm gonna have to cut you off there, Scott, and we're gonna check out. I'm trying to contact the Blackout Shoppers. We will in the meantime check out a little bit of Blackout Shopper
books.
videos. Yeah, they're not around. Eric Natitis just contacted me recently. Wanted to bring somebody to town, show around. He's like, "Where's the anarchist bookstores? Where's Blackout Books?" I was like, "I don't think we got them there for you." All right, here's a little bit to warm us up for our beloved Blackout Shoppers. Where are they? Doesn't seem to give you a real obvious order of where they put these things. Blackout Shoppers, where are you? Here we go. All right, Blackout Shop on TeamSpider.
Nice.
Blackout saluting. Whatever they say, shoot your shot.
He turned up louder.
There's something else. Whatever they say, shoot your
Oh my
shot.
God.
Whatever they say, there's something else.
Oh, that's
Blackout
cool.
choppers. Blackout choppers. Blackout. Choppers. Blackout choppers. Blackout choppers. Blackout.
That
Chop,
black
choppers. Blackout choppers. Blackout choppers. Blackout. Chop, choppers.
Oh, that's from. Oh, that's actually a WTO video in the background.
Does that number still work?
Actually, it's
All right, that was Blackout Shoppers. Of course, I'm having. Let's see if I restart my phone. I'm having a hard time texting.
Pretty
those guys.
nice.
Yeah, that's the Blackout Shoppers, of course, accompanied by Zach. And there's a really funny interview where Zach interviews them, and I have that queued up too. But I'd like to talk to the guys first if I can figure out why I can't. For some reason, I'm trying to paste the link into their email, into their text, and it's acting like, oh, as soon as we load that giant 20 gig video you tried to send them someday. So it's in a queue. It's in a queue.
Did you ever play it? Did you guys ever play T-Squat?
Oh, plenty. Oh my God. All the time. Yeah. In fact, I wonder if we have a footage for that while we're waiting.
I want to see the Lost Film Fest footage. See a very young version of myself. Look at this when I used to have very, very short hair or something like that.
Yeah, I know. I hear you, man. Gray hairs. I just cut my hair like 3 days ago. I couldn't. It was long. But anything I went to do, I work on this, go work it right in my face. It was driving me nuts.
Do you know?
So I gave it a good chopping.
You see
Oh,
the
there you
tape?
go, dude. That's
It's a
great.
toupee. I'm actually bald underneath this.
That's new wave.
All right. We have a guest. There's Dave. And can we hear him now?
Yeah.
Right back.
Yeah.
Wow. Good to see you, Dave. So,
It's a
how
Team
are you
Spider.
Can you hear us?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Years.
Yeah, we can hear you.
20 years.
You sound
of
all right.
Team Spider on YouTube. And some people might be confused.
Same
Wait, how
old
come you have
Dave
these?
voice.
How come you guys have concerts from like 22 years ago, 25? Because we predate YouTube. We were on public access, and then they invented YouTube for people like us because it used to be really hard to host video and to get things internationally. We were a big deal here in the Manhattan, but to get to like across the globe, that's where YouTube came in. So 20 years ago, we joined YouTube, and we also simultaneously joined their competition, Blip TV, who are, I guess, buried in shallow graves somewhere, but they did not compete with YouTube, primarily because YouTube gave you a play window with a little triangle head. Blip TV would let you host video for free, but you had to create a link and a line of text, and nobody knew it was a hyperlink. And YouTube, just through the innovation, having a screen, a picture with a playhead, and people understood, oh, that's video. But with Blip TV, they would scroll right past your video thinking it was a still, and you'd have to put like arrows. So anyhow, YouTube came along 2005, I guess, and we signed up by 2006, and now here we are 20 years later, and we're still rocking.
That even predates the European tour.
Yes, and then I guess by 2007 we went to Europe, and that was the Fuck Breaks tour because we had, the fixie bike gear fascination and it paralleled our lives, which was we didn't stop for nothing, especially the police back then. But yeah, and we shot all that. So there is a documentary that's sort of buried out there in not released called TeamSpider Fuck Breaks. It was our 2007 tour movie. And I was thinking for this 20th anniversary, maybe releasing it. It was so close to being done. There was just some things we had to clear up with titles and some legal stuff, how to credit people and stuff. Because, we cover a choking victim song. We cover an Operation Ivy song because we like the ska punk. And when you put that out as a commercial product, it was a little bit beyond our normal capabilities of just doing everything for free on the internet. But to sell it, you had to get royalties to people. And it got confused. But then we toured again 2008 over in Europe. And then we I think we felt like we had done what we had done. I had met my wife around 2008, Allie. And honestly, the filmmaking stuff seemed like maybe there was a little more chance of having any sort of profitability if we're going to have kids. So we sort of leaned into like film and documentary and sort of leaned out of like sleeping on squats and driving in vans across Europe and making 50 cents on a meal. So around 2008 or 9, we sort of phased out teams. There was never a violent breakup. We all still loved each other and we all just sort of went our ways. And every once in a while we'd get together for something, but then it's just been on hold. And I don't know, then recently George Mack called up from Texas, said, I'm coming to New York. You book me a show. I was like, I'm so far out of that world, but I'll book you a show. And then the place said, oh, I know you guys, you wanted a whole night? I was like, oh, now I'm back in. Now I'm booking 5 bands, pulling back the bass players and this and that and saying who can play. And so there we are. We're back in the game for at least one night, July 25th. I'm hoping Dave can come out, but we understand if you can't. Dave, turns out, is like in the middle of a move that week. And maybe it'll just be your sayonara, or maybe you'll be gone. But either way, Dave will be there in spirit, or maybe we'll phone him in. And we're going to get Oscar, hopefully, do a song on drums. And maybe Jeff Hava is talking about coming in, Hava. And who knows if Robbie's in town. So it might be a best of members. It might be everyone does 2 songs. I don't know. But it might be, I don't know what. I don't know. But either way, just going through some of the tapes today to find clips to make it for this show. I have to say, like, we're pretty good band. I always knew we were interesting, but I was actually like really enjoying listening to us rock out. And I was sort of like, it almost doesn't matter if we just went up there and did a couple of songs. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're old, new. Like it was like, it could be like more a thrash era, like Rot Gut. We could just do a little ska punk set with like Bush, now Trump, and I have some new songs written. Les and I have been teaching Les some songs in the barn at my grandmother's house that that we were singing harmonies on. There's something new, harmonies. That I'm like, I'm gonna do something new. I mean, it just doesn't matter, but maybe it'll be the start of something new. Maybe we'll record something or whatever. I'm back, and I'm enjoying putting stuff up on YouTube. It's like having a public access show again. And this is just like the live episodes. Am I right? Like this is like MNN.
Seriously.
Neighborhood Network. We're taking phone calls. The only thing is the people who are calling in like us.
Yeah, that's right.
You still have that like massive archive of like mini DV tapes. You had like, I don't know, 400 of them.
Oh, I have hundreds. I have a dresser, and every drawer in the dresser is stacked 3 high with mini DV tapes. And my wife is helping me get it organized. I mean, a couple of years ago, since we started to edit the Leftover Crack documentary, Passion of the Crust, and it's not so organized beyond what you can fit on a tiny spine. So if I taped anything Leftover Crack, there's a little LOC on it. And I type anything choking victim, there's a CV. So there might be a LOC, CV, TS, two man. And she just went through everyone, not watching an hour of tapers, and if it had LOC on it, she digitized that part, and we got all the LOC, we got all of it digitized. So that stuff is safe. And actually, I'll show you. And then we had interns at the time.
I'll be right back.
We we had them transcribe the interviews of all the people we interviewed for that doc. This is it. It's like the size of a phone book. This is interviews for the Leftover Crack doc, and color coded by topic and stuff. So the band recently asked me if I could put that together this year because they, I don't know if I can announce, but there's stuff going on with them this year. And I said, yeah, I guess so. So it may not be the best, but I might finally put out a Leftover Crack doc. I'd like to put out the TeamSpider doc. And so I'm busy again, suddenly, after doing absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Filmmaking wise. I'm now sort of back into it in deep, as they say. Let me see if the blackout guys have anybody tried to get in? No. Still Dave. Dave.
Where is Dave?
You know who, he just went to take a dump, he said. I think he said he had to take the kids to the pool or something. I don't know what that means.
Is that what he said? Where's he moving? I guess we'll talk to him when he comes back.
Oh shit. Somebody called the police. You know,
that's right.
Dave's not legal.
Oh, right.
He's an alien.
Yeah.
The files just came out. They released the files of what all those Air Force captains were seeing. It was Dave.
I heard.
So anyhow, we lost him. Sorry. Oh shit! They just shot him. Oh well. Well, lucky you do. Lucky you do.
Poor Dave.
It was nice. It was nice. It was nice when it lasted.
Yeah.
While we wait for
shit.
While we wait for a blackout shoppers, I should say, are they going to ditch out on us? Because I've spent. They didn't want to. They didn't want to come in till 8. So hopefully we still get some blackout shoppers. But I thought it would be a nice. Oh, here, while we're talking Leftover Crack, here's a bit of the Leftover Crack doc for those who wants to see. Let's see. It says I have to remove a video in order to add Leftover Crack. So let's remove, and now we'll add it. I'm learning the software, and it's no small feat for Luddites.
What's the software?
This is StreamYard. You know StreamYard?
Oh.
I'm probably going to cancel it.
I've seen other people use this, and they had a lot of problems with it.
Well, at first it was echoing my Instagram feed. The thing that StreamYard is supposed to do is it's supposed to let you do one live stream, and it goes to your Instagram, it goes to your Twitter, it goes to your Facebook, it goes all over.
Yeah.
But I could hear the Instagram, and I couldn't get it off. So Instagram's probably where we would be most popular because the crowd or whatever, people, and I had to just kill the Instagram feed because it was just I couldn't handle two voices in my head with like a delay.
Oh.
But let's see if I can refine that LOC clip. And it's in downloads. Since it's on our brains and we're waiting for the blackout shoppers, I'll see if I have a bit of and it has a bit of Jello, who we've been paying tribute to tonight because Jello Biafra had a little health issue, and we're hoping him to get better. All right, so everyone quiet. Here comes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Controversial artist. Leftover Crack is the most controversial artist we've had in a long, long time.
This next song is about killing cops because we fucking hate cops.
No, I never wanted to be a cop. They always terrified me when I was little.
transceiver. I could steal my own video off the YouTube.
That's awesome.
They are consistent. The
We
messaging
can't
is
write
consistent.
songs like that anymore.
I don't know. Now people listen to them. Now people actually know. But
all that stuff's got to come back. We need a new All in the Family show.
I would love that. I've been watching that because I only have an antenna TV and a couple of apps, but I have.
Oh yeah, All in the Family was genius. I love that show.
It's on every night. It's on every night on the TV antenna. So
yeah, I just watch it on YouTube. I guess they have I think all the old shows.
They have full episodes.
All the old episodes, rather. Yeah.
I still like to scan. This is my Luddites showing through, but I like to scan and I like to watch the news at 11, local news, just to see what they think is news. I don't think it's like some source, but it's like, what's at the top of their menu? And then at 10, I flip over and I watch All in the Family. And then when the commercial comes on, I flip around and see what's going on. And I'm sort of still interested in pop culture without being catered to due to like algorithms thinking they know me. I just want to see what is the world, which is the people still rock the antennas. It's like, say how me included, and it's cheap. It doesn't cost me anything having an antenna. I got this antenna for $30. Digital antenna, and it had 100 channels immediately. I was like, whatever. So anyhow, Leftover Crack on antenna TV 2026. Can't beat it. Can't beat it. Let's see, anyone else come in yet? No, it's still Spikeless, Scott and Dave. Well, Blackout Shoppers. I wonder if I should call them. Oh wait, you. What is this?
Give him a buzz.
Scott. Oh, okay. Scott has to get going soon. So everyone, let's say goodbye to Scott Bybin from Lost Film Fest. It's been a pleasure having you on.
Thank you.
And we're gonna gong him out of here. Good
Good
night.
seeing you, man. I love the nose. That was awesome. That's the funniest shit ever, dude.
Get the dog show out of here. He's out of here.
That's right. That's right.
You know where I'm going? I'm going to Blockhouse Full at Yonkers Raceway Flea Market. You know what it smells like?
What?
Take a guess. It smells like
I gotta get a light.
outside.
So I gotta get a red light that flashes around when I hit the siren.
Holy.
Good night, Scott. We love you.
Later, dude. Take it is. Take it is.
I'm gonna see, and it's funny. Well, we certainly have virtual Blackout Shoppers. Blackout Shoppers. I've asked them if they're interested in playing with us the 25th of July, since they are, TeamSpider family band and been around we've been through a lot together in glory days and deaths and all that stuff. And Spike and Matt from Blackout Shoppers, I distinctly remember carrying me on a chair during the wedding. I doubt Les did that with his pinched nerve. But do you remember that, Scott?
Yeah.
Spike? I remember getting married is we're such an unconventional.
I think
outfit.
I filmed it. I think you gave me a camera.
Probably. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, we just sometimes I just don't know. I don't know what to.
If my recollection serves me right. I think I had two. I think I had two of them. I think I had one hanging around my neck and another one filming or something. Something like that.
Everyone in this band has to multitask. It's like you can't just play drums. You have to drum and be a sound engineer or something.
Yeah.
Matt was at the wedding. He was carrying one leg, and Spike was down there carrying another leg, and I'm up there rocking around, getting married, and so anyhow, this has definitely always been a family operation. So let's see. You'll see Matt here wearing a ski mask because he is a looter, as he told Zach, who was morally challenged by that idea. But here's some more Blackout Shoppers.
Police appeared intent on stopping the bicycle demonstration. Metal gates at Union Square where the bike demo started. Across 17th Street and the...
What happened?
Decided to give your life for your country? Shut the fuck up!
And cutting the bicycle lots of demonstrators, even those not arrested. A possible violation of a court order, says legal representative Norman Siegel.
And the idea that the city is making this a crime is really outrageous.
Critical mass is like a way of saying, hey everybody, come on, let's do it. We can all do this. We can all make our city.
All right, well, let's hear it for the Blackout Shoppers CD case. Apparently that wasn't the clip I thought it was. But it had a CD case of them and their music. So wait, let me see if I can find one more. Wait, I better delete a video before I get caught up with that same thing. You can only have a couple videos queued up here. And bring up a video file. Let's see if we can find the one I thought. There's an interview between Zach and the Blackout Shoppers that cracked me up. Could it be that? Let's see. I really thought it was this. Yeah, it should be this. Hopefully I got the right thing. See if we have better luck this time. Maybe not. Maybe this will be the exact same video. Let's see. Damn one. Yeah, sorry. All right, well, I'll have to add it in later. But we have a great interview where Zach asks, "Why do you call yourselves the Brownout Boppers?" and
yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I remember when I first moved to New York City and I met Spike, and the name of your band was Human Sewage, and it was changed to Sewage. And I'm like, Spike, man, why'd you change your name? And he said, because we're not human anymore.
Oh, that's good.
That was the first time I met you, dude. That was awesome.
I look forward to the 20th anniversary show.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Chris, what are you doing in that?
You mean
What's
for
that?
a live concert?
Mm-hmm.
But you mean the concert in July?
Mm-hmm.
Ran into on the streets of New York.
That's yeah, we're gonna be at Lucky 13 Saloon, July 25th. That's in 2026. A Saturday night, Lucky 13. It's like a crazy heavy metal bar with strippers on poles in the front, and then punk hardcore metal in the back. With the whole walls are lined with posters. If you were an 80s kid, you basically can find your bedroom wall on there. There'll be like whatever it is, Ozzy posters, and with Randy Rhoads, there'll be a wall of just like Dead Kennedys and Misfits, and a wall of Metallica, like 598 EP stuff, all this stuff. And it's a fun venue, and so it'll be a good welcoming for those Texas boys, Dr. Sleep, and just a good place for us to all hang out and get together. So we're going to try to put that together. You played there? Yeah, in fact, I went to see Sewage there play years ago, and with the Toxic Avenger film, and Lloyd Kaufman was in the audience watching Toxic Avenger with us. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Usually when a film starts, the filmmaker like intros it. All right, I'll do questions after, and here you go. Enjoy Toxic, and then they leave, And they just like, I can't watch that movie anymore. He just stood there next to me watching and laughing at his own jokes. And he just had a good time.
That's awesome, dude.
And I was surprised. Last time I think I saw Taka's Avenger was like rented from a VHS store in high school. And I never saw it since. It was just embedded in my brain. I remember like at the time, like being sort of offended by it because they run over a paper boy with the car. And I was a paper boy, and I was like, that's not cool. And they not only run over a paper boy, they back over him a couple times. And I was like,
yeah, I remember that.
Parents were horrified by that scene. I was like, parents? I was horrified by that scene.
I know, totally.
I haven't seen it since, and I forgot. And it just gets put up in your mind like synonymous with dictionary definition. See Toxic Avenger, schlock, garbage, or whatever. And so I'm watching it and knowing filmmaking, I'm just like, God almighty, like there's tanks in this movie. There's like crazy locations. Of course, it was back in the day, there was no video, so it's all shot on film. You just know Lloyd pulled every stop in the book. He got like the New Jersey National Guard to be extras in his film, and that came with tanks. And it's just for a no-budget film, like he really just made you think you saw like a superhero movie. So which it was. Supposed to be New Jersey's first superhero. And then remember we went to the Troma offices last.
Yeah.
With Zach.
We used to be on Ninth Avenue.
Yeah, above the McDonald's. And we brought Zach, and Zach wrote a tribute poem to Lloyd, and it was like 5 pages long. So he says, "Can I read you my poem?" And Zach's like, or Lloyd's like, "Yeah, sure." And after about the 20th stanza, Kaufman realizes like this isn't stopping. So he just starts going to his file cabinet and doing work. He's like signing contracts. Zach's just saying like, Lloyd, 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 what a void without the movies of Lloyd. Like he's just read and Lloyd just got on with his day. And then you're just laughing, like you're losing it. Like, what is this happening? And we basically it was like one of those prank shows where they run a timer how long will somebody put up with it? And it was like 20 minutes of Zach just serenading him with this bizarre Lloyd Kaufman thing, and so he was really nice to us. And
he was.
I remember. And anyhow, I brought a VHS tape of some of our movies from the public access show, and one of them was our live action remake of Scooby Doo. We made a Scooby Doo movie with my cousins, brothers, and I gave it the guy who was working reception at the Troma Studios. I was like, "Hey, do you think you could show Lloyd this? Like long shot, but maybe he'd want to put this out like compilation of bad movies made by like idiot teenagers. I don't know, but at least I wanted Lloyd to see." So I give him this movie, the first one on it being live action Scooby Doo. Anyhow, years later, I figure out, you know who was the receptionist at Troma Studios
at the
back
time?
then?
Oh.
James Gunn, the guy who created basically like saved the whole Marvel universe, and is now is he taking over the DC universe?
Yeah.
He was just like an intern at Troma, and he was helping Lloyd write his biography at the time. Anyhow, what's his big first movie that he made that put him on the map? A live action Scooby Doo.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, did we inspire James Gunn to be like, I'm going to do Scooby Doo?
That's funny.
It was worse than ours because it had that CGI Scooby and stuff.
I didn't see it. I don't think I never saw that.
I've only seen parts of it. I just remember it had a CGI dog, and back when CGI was even worse, it was like Jar Jar Binks level.
Right.
So if James Gunn is out there, you're welcome for your career.
Yeah, totally. Did you film us? Did you film us when we went to the Lloyd Kaufman studio?
Sure. I'm sure it's just sitting in like so many tapes. Like I don't even think we made an episode of that. We just did that. Probably went home, watched it, laughed, and that was
I know.
It's like,
exactly.
Like, that should come. I'll make a list someday of like episodes that don't exist anywhere that we should just put out because it would just take a couple of days to just make like we could, there's just dozens of unreleased TeamSpider television episodes, and might as well put them up there on the web. Why the hell not?
Seriously.
Anyhow, I brought up a video. I was hoping. I don't think this is what I thought it was going to be. I was hoping this would be Blackout Shoppers, but it's not. Let's see what it is.
Bum, 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 bum. That's to shun. This was chip. And then bum, bum. And then bum, bum. And then shun.
Captured or killed a collection of killers. And we have captured or killed courage.
All right, and we have
That's
new guest to the stage. Let's hear it for Blackout Matt.
How's it going? Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks for inviting me to be on.
You're welcome. Did you see your clip of you guys playing on the show
Not-
before?
Not yet. No, I'm sorry. I'm signing in late because I had to get my kids dinner and everything, and I ruined the chili, and so I had to. I was running late. I did not see it, but I do have it somewhere on a DVD, so I know I can, and hopefully it'll live on the TeamSpider channel as well. But
Here's some Blackout Shoppers.
here we go.
There you go, a little Blackout Shoppers. We played it before,
Awesome.
so I'll have to play the whole thing again. What I was hoping to play was your interview with Zach because it is funny. It is funny, and for some reason it didn't transfer to my my computer. I made a file of clips to play it, but I'll clip it in there. I'll throw it in.
Awesome. Well, we loved being on TeamSpider TV, and some of that interview made it onto our first album. There are clips of us talking to Zach, and so there's snippets of that interview on our first album. So, Zach forever.
That's
Forever
awesome,
indeed.
dude.
That's awesome.
I want to see that.
It's the
Yeah,
one where
I'm
he's
sure-
saying, "Why aren't you a hip hop band? Why don't you call yourselves Black Hip Hoppers?" And I'm like, "Well, we're not a hip hop band." He's like, "Well, it sounds like hip hop to me." Zach was such an interesting dichotomy of things. It's an honor that I got to know him and see him and do that interview with him and be on TeamSpider with him and you guys too. But Zach was something really special.
Yeah, dude, he really was.
Yeah, we'll have to do a tribute to Zach at the show on July 25th. I was thinking maybe I'll bring an acoustic or even do electric, and we'll do a "Know That I Love You" at the end and sing along, and maybe run some video because they have video screens there. I wonder how hard it would be for me to real quick. It's probably not worth it. I'll just clip in the interview, but I'm glad to hear the interview made it onto a record. That's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And it was a really good point for us to be on TeamSpider TV. Blackout Shoppers, I think, had been around less than a year at that point, maybe. And I'd been a fan of TeamSpider TV since before even starting Blackout Shoppers. Back when I was a roadie for a band called the Spunk Lads, that you may remember, and I know you guys did shows with. So, it was sort of like a nice milestone to our existence to be on TeamSpider TV.
Well, we're so happy to have you, and it was perfect. It was great. It was great because you were one of the it was nice when we had other bands that we could put footage behind them and pick out the stuff. Like at the time, we were getting harassed a lot by the police, particularly about critical mass bicycle rides and stuff, and the park shows with the loud permit issues and stuff. And so we always had good footage, and it was sort of fun to be like, Blackout Shopper song, like this would be perfect. We should show like everyone getting arrested at the Time's Up space last night. It was fun to be like video DJ behind you guys. And of course, I just knew all I had to do was point Zach at you and let him go. I didn't have to, I wouldn't prep him or anything. It's like, yeah, Zach, interview these guys. It was just like guys in like ski masks and Unabomber hoodies. And Zach's like, what are you, the burnout boppers? Brownout boppers?
Yeah, Brownout boppers. That was one of his ideas. Yeah.
And you were handling it completely like intelligently. Like you're like, well, the reason we didn't call ourselves that is because there really isn't much rioting during brownouts. You know, it's blackouts.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
also,
We don't have too many brownouts anymore. We have blackouts. We're going all the way with everything.
Yeah. You were and you beat Reverend Billy to the punch with your anti-commercialism stance. You're like, you could also read it as we're blackout shoppers, as you were blackout drunk shoppers. We just shop, you know, blind commercialism, and you tickled Zach's funny bone with that one, because ultimately Zach was like an intellectual. He was always looking at things a couple different levels, even though he sounded like Dr. Seuss. So he was forever a fan of blackout shoppers. And the Albatross guys, who we had some representation around today, because he used to introduce them at concerts, and he would always say, "This is America's favorite band, an Albatross." Like the furthest thing from the truth. They would just come out, scream up, and be like, "Does America like this band?" But you're so sincere. It's like having like your own portable Ed Sullivan. Just be like,
yeah, totally.
There's some lads called the Beatles. You know, these guys are taking over the nation, and Albatross, or the blackout shoppers. Like he just was so sincere. And it was probably the same with Sullivan. Ed Sullivan probably had about the same level of knowledge of who he was introducing. It was like, oh, a young man from the South, Elvis. Let's hear him.
Right? Totally.
Well, now there's only 5 minutes left on the scheduled thing, so I had one more video I thought I would play, which was I stumbled upon this when I was just looking for clips. I was trying not to overwhelm with clips. Instead, I underwhelmed with clips because like a lot of them didn't take for some reason. But I did find this thing which I was surprised, which was a tribute that we did to Zach, which was he had given us some lyrics, which he gave us 1 million lyrics, but Santa, Santa, Santa. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Chance, anyone? And let's see, is it this one? I think it's this one. And we made up some music sort of really quickly for it, and I wrote some music for it, and it was let's see, is this it?
They might come up with the answer. If not, doesn't make any difference to say. When I say,
no, we saw that one. But watching it all these years later, as I probably would with many of his songs, I really saw it from like a new perspective. I was like, oh, you know, this is actually like really nice, and and it was could it be that one? No. Let's see. I hope this one did come through. No, this one says it's a movie. All right, let's check out if this is it.
Dave's back.
Hey.
Yeah. All right, this is it's called Santa, Santa, Santa. Of course, it's with our trademark only punk band to have "I Love You" songs. TeamSpider. It has a chorus of like Santa, Santa, Santa. I love you and your crew. And since we all got together the first Christmas after Zach passed away, I busted out this lyric and wrote some music to it. And I thought like, oh, it's sort of fitting. Like the crew got back together for Zach, all these people whose lives he touched and whatnot. So, and I enjoyed it. I was to the point I was like, man, someday we should record this song. It's actually like a decent Christmas song, perhaps. So here's Zach TeamSpider original, Santa, Santa, Santa.
I love you.
They will not assimilate. And there you have it.
That's awesome, dude.
I think
What's
that's
up,
a fitting
Matt?
end. That's a fitting end.
Good to
Well,
see you, Dave.
We have Dave and Matt talk a sec, but then we'll wrap it up. How are you? Good to see two of you on screen together again. Take it away.
Great to see you in. Great to see you in your ski mask again.
Yes, I feel naked without it.
He senses a blackout coming. He's ready to shop.
Yeah, right.
Always ready for the lights to go out.
That's right, dude.
Oh shit! I think
Uh-oh.
that's the symbol.
We're
They
meat
know
on a
Matt's on the
hook.
show. We better get out of here, man. Better get out of here.
Well, thank you so much for having me on, and thank you for everything you do, Chris. And thank you for the whole Team Spider crew.
Great to see
We
everybody.
love you. The whole crew loves you. We'll do it again. I don't know when. See you guys later.
Take
All
care.
right, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Good seeing everybody.
Yeah.